Oh, let's go, baby. Chiefs for too much for the Texans today, and we're going to talk about it. Mike, what about it?
Steve,
What about it, baby?
The Chiefs. Look, there's plenty of things to critique and analyze. We may do that over the week, right? Because it's a long week. But for now, I just want to take a moment to say we won the game, and I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to celebrate it. Like, we won the game. Steve, we're 2 games away now from three-peating, which has never been done in the history. We're 1 game away from the Super Bowl. And yes, did our defense look bad at times? Absolutely. Did our offense look atrocious at times? Absolutely. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm focusing on the
7
positive.
straight
We won.
AFC championship games. That is wild, man.
Yeah. So look, if you're here with us, we appreciate you. Like that, smash that like button. If you're happy that the Chiefs got the dub, Steve, we're 2 games away. 2 games away from claiming the three-peat, man. The Texans, I thought the Texans played very, very well today. I thought they come out and they put together a good defensive game plan. I don't know how much of the game today was the Texans had a great game plan and just showed up and played football, and how much the Chiefs' offense just lacked. So I don't know where the fine line is, but I'll go ahead and credit the Texans.
They were a little rusty. They had a lot of time off. But they were just too much. They were too much for the Texans. I mean, the better team won this football game. People are going to cry about this call and that call and everything else like they always do. But the fact of the matter is, when all the gloves were off, the Chiefs were the better football team, and the Texans couldn't do anything about it.
Yes.
They had their opportunities. They had a lot of opportunities in this game. The Chiefs struggled on the offensive side of the ball. They didn't cash in on a lot of opportunities they were given. I mean, look at the first play of the game. The freaking run back, and we couldn't even get a touchdown out of that. We had the ball on the 13-yard line or something. It's like there were so many opportunities for this Texans team to win. And, yes, they did play good, but they didn't play good enough because there's that big of a gap between the two.
Yeah, I agree. I thought everything looked decently well today. People was just, I thought when Joe Tooney let up that sack, the world was going to end. I thought
people
don't
know ball.
Would have come crashing down. I mean, come on. Well, let's be honest. If DJ Humphrey was in that game, he would have took several sacks today.
Yeah, you all better be glad that some of y'all didn't get your way with that DJ Humphrey thing, because Will Anderson Jr. would have ate against him.
Dude,
imagine his rusty ass trying to be out there blocking that guy. I mean,
after that sack given up by Tooney, he clamped down. There was nothing. Yeah. He looked very, very good. Again, that was his first sack given up on the season. He only allowed 4 pressures in total. I mean, come on. That is a great, great number. He had a 92% efficiency grade across the board going against one hell of a pass rusher in Will Anderson. Steve, I thought Joe Tooney looked really good today. The running game, look, we said this the entire time. The Chiefs, you do not predicate your offensive game strategy over 0.2 rushing average, okay? And we said that Andy Reid doesn't run the ball anyway. And surprise, surprise, here it comes playoff time, and Andy Reid ran the ball 13 times with running backs. 8 for Kareem Hunt, 5 for Pacheco, and they averaged 4.77 yards. So on an average of 4.77, that's every 2 runs, you basically got a first down. The running game was not a big deal. It started off a little slow, but Andy and them, I thought our whole entire offense started off slow and kind of out of rhythm. It's like they come out and just didn't. I think the Nico Remigio.
I think it threw them off.
I think it threw them off a little bit.
I think it threw them off. I did, because they have the first 15, right?
Yeah, they have the first
and
15.
They weren't expecting to make those plays inside the 20-yard line.
Exactly. I think that's what
I do think it threw them off a little bit. But, I mean, overall, I think the Chiefs were a little stagnant on offense here and there. Patrick Mahomes looked off a little bit here and there. Of course, hats off to the Houston defense. They have a hell of a pass rush, and Will Anderson Jr. was getting after it, dude. But Joe Tooney, he let up that 1 sack, and after that, he clamped it down. Trent McDuffie had a hell of a day out there. I mean, this guy's insane. Justin Reid played a good game. Nick Bolton played a good game. There were a lot of defenders, and do I even need to mention George Karlaftis, ladies and gentlemen?
Steve, George Karlaftis.
Good Lord, baby.
I thought the Chiefs' defense today. The Chiefs' defense in the second half looked tired. Like when the Texans come out in the second half and just pretty much just ran they held the ball for 10 minutes and 30 seconds on one drive. And it was Swiss cheese. It really was. Like the majority of the game, the Chiefs are just Charmin soft up the middle of the field. Like you can convert 3rd and 300 on this team over the middle of the field. So they've got to fix that. I thought Nick Bolton was completely obsolete today. Like, he's got to get it together. He was filling the wrong gaps all day long on the run game. There at the end, they started blitzing him a little bit, and he made himself known just a little bit in the blitz game. But, dude, you got to do better than that. You've got to do better than that if you're getting ready to
I don't
play
know, man.
Some run-heavy teams.
I got a vibe from Steve Spagnuolo's defense today that they kind of shifted their game plan. And I think after watching what the Texans did to the Chargers last week, I think that they shifted the game plan just a little bit, because if you go back to the end-season game against the Texans, it was, we're not letting them run the ball. They will not run the ball. They shut down Joe Mixon. He couldn't do squat. This game, they allowed them to get five yards per carry plus, and it was like they didn't care. They didn't care. They kept leaving that open. They kept leaving the middle of the field open. But what they weren't going to do was let Nico Collins beat the living hell out of them, and they didn't do that. So I'm wondering if that was by design for a lot of the game, because if you get to the second half of the game, once the offense was just a little bit slower, a little bit not wore down, but I mean the game got a little more comfortable, a little more slow, then you started seeing a lot of pressure on C.J. Stroud. Yeah. It's like they really just wanted to shut down that pass game altogether.
Yeah, I agree. Caliendo, people ask about Caliendo, what he did today. He did really well in the pass game. He only allowed 3 pressures. Nothing blanked after that, was 3 pressures. And a lot of those pressures, Mahomes looked very, very uncertain of where he wanted to put the ball today. And I thought what really was weird was that we seen that the quick passing game is the key. And the Chiefs come back out with a game plan of holding the ball longer. And I remember there was one play specifically where Patrick Mahomes didn't get touched for what seems like 2.5 hours, and he still didn't do nothing with the football. And so that proves that it's not how long you can hold the ball. You've got to get the ball out quick and in time, and that is how the Chiefs offense works better. And I also thought one other little critique about it, you've got to get Kareem Hunt going faster.
That was crazy.
That's full crazy. Drives and Kareem Hunt not get the ball.
That was crazy. To me, that was the most questionable decision of Andy Reid today. It was why in the hell was Kareem Hunt not starting? But on top of that, he didn't even touch the ball till the second quarter.
I love Pacheco.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we're a different beast.
Dude, I love Pacheco too, but Kareem Hunt is better than him. At this point in time, Kareem Hunt is the better back. He's got the better field vision, and it was quite obvious today.
Yep, I agree, man. Let's get to some questions. TGZ with a 2 bomb. He says, Steve,
get Hort, baby. Let's go. Snort that blue chew. Get that wiener doper rolling, baby. 7 straight AFC championship games, ladies and gentlemen. Good Lord.
Ron in the house with a 10. He says Troy Aikman shouldn't be on TV. With him being a Hall of Famer, you would think he knew what the hell he's talking about. Dude, I'm going to tell you something.
They were pushing a narrative today. They were pushing a narrative.
Troy Aikman's only reason they were on there to secure a paycheck this week was to help Chiefs haters cope.
Yes.
Those
100%.
2 dudes were ridiculous every single play. Look, the very first play, I'm pretty sure the face mask touched on that first.
It did, and it doesn't matter regardless. You know you can't hit the quarterback high.
And then on the one where he slid, and
exactly the same thing.
They still headshot at him. They were both going right for the head.
First of all,
luckily he missed.
You're a team that's known for that. You have a guy on your team that tried to kill Trevor Lawrence while he was sliding. So quit taking headshots at quarterbacks, and maybe you won't get penalties. But people that want to cry about the refs, including Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, they sure as hell didn't cry about the refs when it was benefiting the freaking Texans. They pretty much walked them to the end zone the last drive of the game. Dalton Schultz didn't catch that ball.
I'll give Aikman a little bit of credit. He did say when he didn't catch that ball, he was like, I don't know how you call that a catch. So he at least had a little integrity with that one, but that wasn't a catch.
And a blatant hold on the next play with that throw to Nico, who might not have had control of the ball on that one.
I don't think Nico even had that one. Appreciate the 10 bomb there, Ron. Flapjack with a 2. He says George Karlaftis doing the Lord's work. George Karlaftis had a beast mode day. He was unstoppable.
Have yourself a day, Greek freak, baby. Let's go.
He was unstoppable.
He was killing it, bro. They had no answer for George.
5 tackles, 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. He had 4 QB hits. He was all over the field, and he made it known when it happened. And I want to give this, Steve. Felix Anudike-Uzomah today.
Hey, Mike, well, listen, if you go back to our pregame live stream, you were talking about us giving away the golden signed Felix Anudike. Yeah, you said Anudike was going to get a sack. We called the sack. Well,
Dude,
I said you called the
no,
sack. You tried to take it back.
Yeah, I said I don't know if I can call the sack, but dude,
Hey.
props to Felix too, but him and George, round of applause there. Perry, member for 8 months. He said I was about to lose it with how often the middle of the field was open. TK is still
Letting it
TK,
happen.
just a bit slower. Play calling was just weird all day. We said that. The play calling had to have some rhyme or reason, and this felt like Nagy and them had 3 weeks. They had a full week of knowing it was the Texans. And this game plan looked totally different. And I don't know if it was because they didn't want to come out with the same sort of game plan that they seen the first time or what. But it did look odd. And then we got in the red zone there, and they tried that cute, stupid end around with frickin' Xavier Worthy and lose a bunch of yards.
Jet sweep it, baby.
Dude, it's the same stuff all the time. Yeah, like it's ridiculous how it's like banging your head into a wall with Andy Reid sometimes. But this is just Andy Reid. This is what he's going to do.
Get used to it. But Andy Reid also wins football games, so you got to take the bad with the good, man.
Look, he said Travis Kelce was slow. On that, how slow did Kelce look trying to get to the end zone?
Kelce does look a little bit slower, but you know what? Kelce's never looked fast, let's be honest. He always kind of looks like he's in slow motion, but no one can catch him. That's how Travis Kelce's always been. But I do tell you something. I know the offense was in a bad state. When Travis Kelce didn't get into the end zone on that play, I was scared we were going to have to take three.
Yeah.
I was like, no, he needed to get in so bad. But thank God we just ran the ball. There were several times, though, Mike, where we were in the red zone or we were trying to eliminate some of the clock or just ice the game. Why were we not just handing it to Kareem Hunt? Why did we get away from it?
I mean,
come on,
to
dude.
give Kareem Hunt carries there at the end of the game, and he chunks off 2 monster runs,
and then
we
stopped.
stopped the ball. We stopped the clock.
It makes no sense, dude.
Makes no sense. And then Pat makes a horrible throw to Xavier Worthy. He can't pick up the first. Pat also missed a touchdown to Marquise Hollywood Brown on the very first drive. Like, that was a horrible
Travis
throw.
Kelce, too. There was a little pass there he could have made.
Like, I think there was a little bit of rust there, to be honest. And that's somewhat of the gamble you take when you set these guys, 3 weeks.
But once again, you got to take the bad with the good because you also had Patrick Mahomes using his legs when necessary. And also that freaking throw to Travis Kelce in the end zone by that DB, that was slick, dude.
That was
Mahomes, that was a very Mahomes-esque play.
Chief KT with his 14-month membership, he says Hunt is RB1. I think Andy just have a soft spot for Pop. Yeah, it's almost like, look, you're here at crunch time. Kareem Hunt's got us here, basically. Kareem Hunt's got us here as a
running back. Man. He's killing it, bro.
I think at this point he's had enough time. He's going to be fine if he goes. Look, he's got 1 more week, and then he gets 2 weeks off for the Super Bowl. He's got plenty of time to recover.
Is he not one of the most motivated people on this team?
Yes.
He was on this team.
It's
got
Kareem
kicked
Hunt's
off
time to
this
shine.
team. Don't have a ring. It's time for him to come back and get his, man. He's motivated. Give him the ball.
Yeah, they need to let him, he needs to be RB1 right now. Taryn Young with a 5. He says Collins 8. Pat was off. King George got 3. Kelsey's the legend that won the game by himself. Hicks is best safety. A lot of people were saying that about Brian Cook. Brian Cook got injured, had to go to the locker room. I didn't think he was going to return, but he did make a return in the second half. Brian Cook had a lot of tackles. You shouldn't be having that many tackles as a safety, but he was kind of getting weird little shifts and matchups against like certain receivers when they were dropping in these weird zones and stuff. I don't think Brian Cook is a great cover safety. He'll make a play here and there. Don't get me wrong, but he's not great. I think Jaden Hicks, when it's all said and done, is a better coverage guy. But again, he's a little more green, and he's not as experienced. So I think Spags just kind of wants to go for experience at this point. But I get people's reservations with Brian Cook a lot. And honestly, I do believe Jaden Hicks will ultimately be a better safety. But, right now, I can't really fault Spags wanting to go with experience, but Brian Cook's got to get it together. Like, he didn't play that well today.
Right. Well, I think the defense overall, obviously they're what won the game at the end of it. They just really stepped up and went crazy, right? And I knew it was coming. I kind of felt it the whole game. But they've got to do something about this third down defense. They got to quit letting up 3rd and long every time. It just gets really old. It keeps them on the field too long. The offense sits on the sidelines for an entire quarter because they let up third down every freaking time, dude. They've got to figure out how to get better on 3rd down. Other than that, the defense did look good today. I'll say almost everybody on that defense had a hell of a day, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, look, there was some questionable stuff that happened early in the game. And even before the game started, right before the game started, Matt Derrick, he come out and said that for some reason, Najee Johnson was running with the ones. So a lot of people didn't understand, why did you pull You know, why Jalen wants to come off IR if he's gonna, you know, but we knew he's gonna be in a snap count. But I think the big thing was, why didn't Josh Williams get the CB2? I think more people have kind of figured that out, that he's playing a little bit better than Najee right now. Najee didn't do too awful bad, but he didn't do too great either. Well, I'm going to take that back. He had a 51 coverage grade. But again, he only allowed 3 catches. 3 catches for 38 yards. But he didn't look that great. I thought the receivers for the Texans ate, Steve. Nico Collins averaged 16 yards a catch. Dalton Schultz, a tight end, averaged 16 yards a catch. Xavier Hutchinson averaged 13 yards a catch. And John Mechie averaged 17 and a half a catch. How do 4 different guys average 15 yards or better per catch? And it wasn't like it was just 1 or 2. It was 5 catches, 4 catches, 4 catches. Like, come on. Like, why was our defense playing so soft on the pass game there? Like, it was really odd. But I do feel like it was predicated on there wasn't a lot of pass rush early until George started eating. But
right.
I mean, they got to the quarterback a lot. They really did.
Right.
I want to say they had, 5 or 6 sacks total?
Yep. Shout out our boy Enrique, been a member for 15 months now. Says, like Travis, I'm still here.
8
Much
sacks.
love from Portugal at 1 a.m. Sticking it out. Oh, Enrique, pulling an all-nighter, watching the Chiefs win.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Steve, Chiefs had 8 sacks. I sold them short with 6. They had 8. So they actually got after it a little bit. But again, I felt like the DBs, besides Trent McDuffie, I thought Trent McDuffie had a hell of a day. I was worried
absolutely.
when he was in the medical tent right off the rip. I was like, that might be bad.
It's like, we don't need this.
That
we don't
might
need this
be
at all.
bad. But
it was
luckily,
it was nice to see Jalen Watson back out there too. So that was good. Justin Reid took a hit there late in the game to the head. I kind of thought maybe he had a concussion there. But it was good to see him back and make that play at the end of the game. So, I mean, all in all, I feel like the Chiefs got out of here maybe a little banged up, but nothing crazy. So, pretty much unscathed. It was a tough game. That's what the Chiefs have been doing all year, so I don't know why anybody would be surprised. Of course, I mean, nothing's any different from the regular season here. Grinded out type of game. The Chiefs did what they had to do to win the game because they know how to win, and it was the ref's fault, right? It was the ref's fault. Everyone will talk about it online. So, nothing different than the rest of the freaking year. It's the ref's fault that the Chiefs sacked C.J. Stroud 8 times. It's the ref's fault that they were literally trying to beat their own coaches up on play number 1. I mean, what are we doing?
Look, 4th and 10, and they get the play call in late, get sacked.
I'll tell you, look, man,
made no sense. Of course, we didn't do nothing with the rock, though, so it don't matter. But
you can make excuses all you want, but they weren't ready for it. The Texans were not ready for it. With that defense, the way they were playing, they if they were ready at all, they could have maybe won this game. But they just weren't
maybe they just didn't have enough offensive weapons with all the injuries they've taken with Stephon Diggs.
I mean, I'm sure that plays into it, right? But at the same time, they just weren't ready. I just don't think they were.
Yeah, I hear you. Original Huck, member for 12 months, he says this Chiefs is elite. Yeah, they were elite minus the third quarter. I don't know what happened out of the locker room. Maybe they were just tired coming out of the locker room. I don't know. Maybe they went there and took a nap.
I don't know. I'll tell you, it really comes down to third down defense because they made really good plays on that drive. The defense didn't look terrible, but every time it got to third down and 9, third down and 11, they were literally had them at 1st and 19 at one point, or 2nd and 19. I'm sorry, and let up. I mean, it's just crazy.
It doesn't it seem like as when the Chiefs get to third down and 3rd and long in particular, it feels like the entire Spags defense just takes from the numbers to the sidelines and says defend that and everything in the middle. Nick Bolton just stands there and watches it.
Well, a lot of that was by design by the Texans as well.
Weird.
They were using a lot of bunch formations and picking a lot to get to the middle of the field. And it was working for them, so of course that's what they're doing. Real quick, we'll keep going with the chat. All you guys that are here, we appreciate you. We know probably everybody and their grandma's online right now, but we appreciate you guys hanging out with All Chiefed Up. Do us a favor. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. Help get this out to more Chiefs fans. Also, if you're watching on X, if you could repost this out to your followers, that would be awesome. If you're on Facebook, share it with your friends. Mike, we got Flapjack in the house with the 5 bomb. Says, why wasn't Hollywood catch a catch? If the Texans jiggle the ball, it's a catch. That was a catch. So here's my opinion. If any of those catches for the Texans were a catch, Hollywood Brown was a catch. They might as well have thrown the flag and had it reviewed.
Right. That when the announcer come in and talked about Dalton Schultz catch, he said that now you can bobble the ball, you can even move the ball as long as it's pinned to you, which is the stupidest crap I've ever heard.
That's bullshit,
but if that's the case, Hollywood had the ball pinned. And when the ball got ripped out, or he didn't, you don't have to complete
already
the catch
down
anymore. Yeah, he's down at that point. So that should have been a catch, especially if you're going to give the Nico and the Dalton Schultz catch.
One other complaint.
The officials were very much inconsistent today, in my opinion.
They were bad, okay? Like, you want to get mad about those 2 calls against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
First of all, if they were really trying to help Patrick Mahomes, they wouldn't have let him look stupid flopping, because the one time he did flop, they didn't even call it.
Dude, I honestly thought his cleat got stuck in the ground. He just tripped. But on further review, no, I really do think he flopped that, which is funny.
Well, of course.
But it's
here's the thing.
He shouldn't even have done that.
But here's the thing. Everybody gets mad about it. Every quarterback in the league does the flop, but no one cares unless it's Patrick Mahomes.
Josh Allen's going to get an MVP for that.
Right, but there was also another very, very important call that I thought that the refs got abysmally wrong, and that was a spot when Noah Gray got the first down.
Yeah.
Noah Gray got a first down on that. There was no doubt about it. His knees, elbows were not on the ground. He was full extension. That was a first down.
Well, look, if he didn't get it, it definitely wasn't a half a yard short.
No.
It should have been like this. So,
he got that. That was crazy.
I think Kareem Hunt picked that up, right? They went to Kareem Hunt. At least they were smart enough to give the ball to Kareem Hunt there. I was going to, cry if they had handed that off to Pacheco or pulled some kind of crap with Mahomes trying to get a quick pass out to the flat or something. I was getting ready to be just irate.
Kay Wayne, been a member for 15 months now, says Spags made fantastic adjustments on defense. Absolutely, man. The defense, they turned it on in the second half, dude. It was like they'd had enough of it. I mean, like you said, they came out the third quarter was a little odd, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, they just couldn't stop them on third down. They weren't playing terribly. It was just like letting up those passes in the middle of the field. But then after that, for the rest of the game, they were just locked down. Like, I mean, the pressure on C.J. Stroud was way too much. I mean, they had no answer for George Karlaftis whatsoever.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. The Texans left 7 points on the board. They missed 2 field goals. They got 1 blocked, but I mean, come on. If they block it correctly, they don't probably get there. So they left 6 points there, and then he missed an extra point. So they left 7 on the board. So it's pretty wild. I mean, we give 2 of them back with the Ariza, trying to run out the clock, which literally only took 5 seconds. He probably hangs the ball in the air for longer than 5 seconds.
I don't know why they didn't just kick it.
It made no sense.
Like, you know what that did? It was freaking try to freak out everyone that picked the Chiefs to cover, because I think the spread was 9.
It was 9, but it went to 8.5 right before the game. I was getting ready to be like, dude, if that cost people, everybody in America to lose, even if you took the Chiefs, you lost. That was going to be bad.
Chief DeLorean with the 2 bombs says, is Kareem Hunt better than Pacheco?
Yeah.
Yes, right now he is, absolutely.
Yeah.
He might not be faster. He might not even be stronger, but he just is better. He's got better field vision. He's more patient, and he's getting the job done, man. I think you stick with the hot hand.
You see the difference. Well, on the touchdown run, it was 4th and goal on the goal line, and they hand the ball to Kareem Hunt, and he let that play develop, and he walked right through a hole that opened up. Pacheco would have ran right in the back of somebody and stuffed himself. That's your difference. Kareem Hunt needs to be starting going forward. Again, he's got a full week to recover, and the dude had 8 carries today. He should be well ready to play. Okay, he's had 3 weeks off. He gets 8 carries. So he's basically had 4 straight bye weeks. So he should have that, and then if we win, when we win, he gets 2 more weeks before the Super Bowl. Ride Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt needs to be getting 25 carries a game at this point. And I think we would blow teams out by just committing to the run more. And again, this went back to the whole left tackle debacle all week long. When the game started, the left side wasn't the problem. It was the right side of the line that looked like complete ass. And we're over here arguing about playing left tackle.
There was also some soft calls on Trey Smith today that I thought were just unreal.
That one call on Trey Smith was not a hold. In
my opinion. It
looked like he got ripped down.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Juwan Taylor had to have his mandatory drive killer.
Which another thing here, man, like they had that
he
super
was
slow
fast
motion
on that play, though. I'll give him credit. He moved.
Isn't that crazy though? Yeah, but you had to put it in super slow motion to see that he was fast on the play.
Right.
It's just wild to me that I don't know. That seems like a tacky call there,
I mean, yeah, it probably was, but it was the right call. I get it, but he's got to do better. But look, the right side's got to get better. And like I said, we're all complaining about the run game, and it's like Andy Reid will not run the ball when it counts. Like, we're in the playoffs. He runs the ball 13 times with a running back. That's it. You've got Kareem Hunt and Pacheco. Right. And he's running the ball 13 times. And even in the last few minutes when we're trying to run the clock out, he won't run the ball. So it's like, dude, this is Andy Reid as our coach. Why are you guys worried about who gets more running, who gets better running numbers?
Right.
It makes no sense.
Mike, the Texans can suck it. Aikman and Joe can suck it. Marv on X can suck it. Social media crybabies can suck it. Ref baiting people can suck it. Let's go, Flapjack. Appreciate the 5-bomb, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
I mean, 100%. That's all there is to it, and I agree with it. And you know what? Let's give them one.
For the thousands here in attendance tonight and for the millions watching at home on TV, let's get ready to suck it!
Pops, been a member for 15 months now, says George went crazy with a K, which means
George
crazy. Let's go. George went nuts. Bro.
George had a game. This may have been George's highest rated game he's probably had all year.
This was his best game as a pro.
Somebody said this was his breakout game. I mean,
it's his best game as a pro.
I don't want to go out on a limb and say he's not broken out already, but could this game make him elite at this point? Maybe George has figured out something to make him elite.
Yeah, when you get into the playoffs and you had a 3-sack game, and not only did he have 3 sacks, but he was in his face the entire game. They had no answer for George.
He had 4 QB hits, man. He was all over it. George ended up today finishing with, and they took it off. How dare they?
He finished as a badass.
No, I take it away. I take it back. They didn't take it off. He ended up having 8 total pressures. That's insane. 8 total pressures, 3 sacks, a QB hit, 4 hurries. Okay, that's insane. His pass rush grade ended up being a 70, which is pretty high. That's probably the best one he had all year.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Mike, real quick, Mike, Colin Kaepernick with the 2-bomb, baby.
Yeah.
Says Trey's holding call was horrible. The refs love us.
It's not Colin Kaepernick. Do not disgrace this man like this.
I'm just playing. But yeah, the refs give the Chiefs all the calls. It's amazing how no one ever sees the calls against the Chiefs. It's just you're completely oblivious to it. It's wild. It is very
The third
wild.
quarter got pretty wild with calls. In the first half, like a lot of them went to the Texans, but you could tell in the second half they must have got a lecture. Come out and they were like, get him. They even got Josh Williams with another hold on special teams. I went back and tried to watch it, couldn't really find it. They didn't even really show a replay. But, dude, I was cracking up. I was like, is there anything more consistent?
Josh Williams.
You've got to give it to Josh Williams. He is very consistent on just getting those special teams holding calls. Like, this guy is really fighting for that special teams holding call. He's out there working, baby. He's working for that holding call, man. You got to give it to him. That's a lot of effort and a lot of consistency.
It is. We got Graham with the 20-bomb. Says George in the jungle, baby. George
is the man, dude.
Crazy today.
George
Karlaftis.
George
everybody. Come on. Good grief. The Greek freak, baby.
This was the most pressures George had
Brian
all season.
Parrott at? Brian Parrott should be so horned in the comments right now because George went crazy, and no sign of him.
The most pressures he's had all year. The closest one he had was the last time he played Houston. He had 7. So George eats versus Houston. He eats versus Houston, okay? That's all there is to it. Last time he actually had 4 QB hits off 7 pressures, but he couldn't get the sack. In the day, he had the 1 hit and the 3 sacks. So George actually turned it up a notch today. Apparently, if George plays Houston, he's ready to roll. But, yeah, again, those are his 2 biggest. And technically, besides game number 1 versus Baltimore, he had 6 total pressures. He had 6 against Cleveland, 7 against Houston, and he only had 3 against Pittsburgh. But today he had 8. So 3 out of his last 4 games George has played, he's coming on at the right time. That's what you want to see, man. I thought Omenihu looked good today. He got to do this.
Mike, I was cracking up the minute it started. I know you were too.
Dude, love it.
Why
I actually was
so
tweeting it
slow
out live.
and dramatic.
I was trying to tweet it live today, and so Omenihu, baby.
Chugga.
What do we got?
Hearing that train rolling in, we got Chieffer with the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go, Chieffer.
Let's go.
Doing the Lord's work. If you get one of those memberships, make sure to thank Chieffer in the chat. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you, Chieffer. Thanks for the support. Thanks for modding it up, too. Shout out to all of our mods that do the Lord's work. We forget about you sometimes. We don't mention you enough. And today we're gonna give you a minute. Everybody give a round of applause to the freaking mods, baby. They're legends. They're legends. Mike, we also got a 5-bomb from our girl Brenda. She says, hello, ACU family. Anyone who isn't a Chiefs fan can suck it. I've seen a couple little trolls in here, but no one's giving them the time of day. No one cares. No. I mean, can you really be a troll if you're a Texans fan? I mean, you're not even relevant.
Dude, the Texans, they're the only team in the NFL that's never played in a championship divisional game. Okay.
Yeah,
we ended that. And look, I thought they played a good game today. I'm not going to take nothing away from the Texans. The Texans heard all week long that they didn't have a chance, that they were trash, this and that. I'll give them credit. They come out and played a pretty good game. They played better. Like some guy today, Steve, I went to Jersey Mike's, and I looked at the guy, and I said, what's going on? I was wearing this beanie. He's like, the Chiefs going to beat the Texans today? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, you hesitated. Yeah. He said, you hesitated a little bit. And I said, well, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that the Texans are going to get beat by 2 touchdowns like everybody else said. I said, the Texans are a good team. And I said, it's going to be close. I said, but the Chiefs will handle it. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened today, Steve. It was close, but the Chiefs handled it. Yeah. Don't take a rocket scientist to figure out how these games are going to go.
That's the way the entire season's been.
Exactly.
Literally, like the whole narrative for like
you
people
knew the Texans were going to play.
The people that aren't Chiefs fans, all the haters, all the people that are just tired of the Chiefs, right? The whole narrative's been, well, the Chiefs suck. They're just getting lucky this year. The Chiefs suck. It's just the refs cheating for them. And they're still trying to go with that narrative. It's hilarious. Here we are in the playoffs, the divisional round of the playoffs. The Chiefs win. They're going to the 7th straight AFC Championship game. And you're still trying to play the same thing. Oh, well, the Chiefs suck. They just got lucky and the refs cheated. I mean, if that's you, you're just a slap nut, and there's no helping you. You're an idiot. You're just dumb. You're in denial.
Bearson in the chat said, you got to give them a little bit of a break, though. They've only been a team for 10 years or something. No, they've been a team for 23 years.
Nuh-uh.
It's actually been 23 to 24.
The Texans.
Yeah, they
No, they haven't.
The Texans came around in, I want to say, 2002.
There's no way. Has it been that long? Are we that old?
The Texans. Not? Let me go look. I'll look it up.
Hey, somebody.
Season's 23. 2002 to 2024.
Do what?
2002 to 2024. They've been around for 23 years. It's pretty wild. Even though 23 years is not that long, though.
That's crazy, though. It don't even feel like that. That's weird. We're just old, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, you knew the Texans were going to play well. I mean, they played a great second half against the Chargers last week. #1 scoring defense in the NFL, and they torched them in the second half there. I mean, they got a good team.
Bears is at 23. Yeah, 23.
Yeah, dude, it blew my mind too.
It's pretty wild. But no, I give the Texans tons of credit. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, when I do the game recap short, I'm going to say we blew this one out. If you've been with us all year, you know this is a blowout.
Hey, Mike, I can't wait to watch that
short. And I take no prisoners.
It's going to be a good one.
But if you watch
you got to ramp it up a little bit for the playoffs, baby.
Right.
You
and if you're a real one, you'll know that I give the Texans all the credit. I thought they did well today. I thought C.J. Stroud done well for what he had. They're missing a lot of pieces, man. But again, they tried to buy one. So it's kind of funny to watch a team try to buy something and get it blown up. I mean, it's kind of funny. Build it the right way or don't do it.
Yeah, they did try to go that route in the offseason, didn't they? Like, let's just stack a team up here.
I mean, they were making trades
that's been the formula for a lot of teams over the last 10 years. It worked for the Rams. It worked for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So people are going to try it.
When C.J. Stroud showed that he could do what he did in year one, now you've got that really good rookie contract that you can do that with. So they'll take their shots early.
Right.
But that's wild to try to take your shot during the prime of Patrick Mahomes. Like, what are you doing?
Absolutely.
You should have just been like, it don't matter if C.J. Stroud was awesome last year. Like, we gotta hold up till C.J. Stroud's at least 15 years in the league till Mahomes retires. Mahomes has to retire for that to happen. So
yeah, that's pretty wild.
It's Mahomes'
hey
league,
guys,
baby.
Real quick, appreciate you being here. Do us a favor, hit that like button. Let's get some more people in here. This is a weak crowd. This is a weak crowd for the Chiefs winning the freaking playoff game. We're going back to the AFC Championship game for the 7th year in a row. People tired of it? Are our own fans tired of it? Are you guys getting on board with the old slap nuts? Huh? Come on now. Let's go.
Man, is it wild that the only receiver to catch a ball today was Xavier Worthy? He caught 5 balls. Hopkins got targeted 1 time.
What are they doing? Why do they not utilize that man? He is an absolute monster, and we just don't even – I don't understand it.
Dude, 1 target for D-Hop, 1 target for Juju, 2 for Hollywood Brown. Are you kidding me? Our receivers had 4 targets total on the day if you take out Xavier Worthy, and even with Worthy, only 10? What's happening?
Do you really think Kamari Lassiter was shutting them down out there?
No, and Stingley was on Kelsey a few times. So it was really wild. I don't know what was going on. Mahomes had plenty of time to throw the ball. Matter of fact, I thought he was holding the ball too long at times.
Yeah.
I just think they went away from what was working, which was the quick passing game. For some reason, any of them don't want to do the quick passing game. I don't know what the deal is, but every time they do it,
that's
we
what
look
works,
better.
though. It works a lot.
We look a ton better.
Mike TGZ with the gifted membership. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you, TGZ. If you get that, make sure to thank him in the chat. Man, Travis Kelce, listen, we can't say enough about this man. Old man Kelce, his old ass was out there tearing it up today. Tearing it up. But, Mike, isn't that what we said? If the offense wants to get in a groove, they have to go through Travis Kelce. It's been that way for years now. Nothing's changed. Obviously, they won't utilize DeAndre Hopkins, a Hall of Fame wide receiver. They didn't really go to Hollywood Brown today. They went to Xavier Worthy a couple times. Xavier Worthy with a hell of a catch, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. What about that? Good Lord. What a day for him. But Travis Kelce is literally the catalyst for this offense. Like, if he's playing well, this offense is going to play well. And I think we saw it again today. And shout out TGZ with another gifted membership. Let's freaking go, baby. But Kelce, though, what was his stat line? I know he had over 100, right?
He had 7 catches on 8 targets, 117 yards, and a tutty with a long of 49.
Man, which was a record for him. That's the longest reception in the playoffs. He also passed up Jerry Rice for receptions in the playoffs, and was it the most 100-yard games as well?
Yeah. Let's add this up for a second. Mahomes only had 177 passing yards today, which is just wild. Okay. 49 came in one throw to Kelce, which means
almost half.
divided by 177. Okay, so if you take that was literally, he got 30% of his yards on that one play. That's insane. Like, right. I don't get it. And people's like, time to throw. 2.62 was what he had today. Okay, 2.62 was what he had today. If we go back to last year, let's go back to last year and looking like the divisional round. He had 2.8. So, 0.2 seconds. What's 2.8 seconds? In the Super Bowl, Mahomes had time to throw. He had 2.9. So, come on, 0.2, 0.3. This is why we say it's not about being able to hold the ball longer. It's about getting the decision and making the throw quick. Because I don't care if it's 2 seconds or 3. What is that? It's the equivalent of 1, 2. It's look how quick that is. Come on. It's not that big of a deal. So when you're getting down to 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, it's like this, right? It's a blink of an eye. It doesn't really matter. So you've got to you got to know where you're throwing the ball. Mahomes should know where he wants to throw the ball before the snap is even there. You read the defense, you know what the defense is favoring, and you throw the ball. And this is why a lot of people believe that Mahomes doesn't read defenses well and that he takes first read and leaves. And that's where they get that from. And I see it at times because it really does. So it's either that or it's our wide receivers can't get open quick. That's the two solutions. And it may be that. It may be the wide receivers can't get open quick.
There's no way our wide receivers aren't getting open quick. We have the fastest receivers in football. I don't believe that either.
There's something there. But, there were several times I seen D-Hop open, but he almost got into this target Kelce mentality, and he was throwing to Kelce a lot. One of the two of the Kelces. Well, yeah, there was a D-Hop right there, waving, and he just wasn't doing it. So,
that's another thing. D-Hop is going to be a massive decoy.
Yeah, so playoff mode is just it's Kelce time, right? Mahomes is going to rely on Kelce in the playoffs. That's just the way it is.
Absolutely, and if they start shutting down Kelce one way or another, then you have to figure out how to deal with D-Hop in man coverage, and that's going to be hard too. So, I have no doubts that if it really came down to it, Patrick Mahomes would start peppering him like he did Kelce. So, there's just a lot to handle for these defensive coordinators. Hats off to the Houston Texans defensive coordinator because I thought he did a pretty damn good job today. But just not enough, man. I'm telling you, as bad as the Chiefs looked at times, as good as the Houston Texans look at times, and the Texans are a good football team, they just didn't have enough. It just wasn't enough. The Chiefs were too much. They were just too much for them.
Yeah, I agree. The Chiefs just looked like the better. The cream rose to the top,
was
right?
Exactly.
It's just the way it is.
The entire game, did it not feel like it was you knew it was going in the favor of the Chiefs? It was just going very slowly. It's like you were waiting for it.
It was a slow burn, and the Chiefs just wasn't taking advantage of offensive opportunities, which has been all year long. It's never really been the defense. It's the defense has always done their part, but the offense just cannot keep scoring on enough drives to put the game away. It's just slow, and it's it's pulling teeth just to get a point on the board. But how about the people all week long, Steve, that said we should be worried about Butker? Who's worried about Butker?
I told you not to be worried about old butt kicker.
3 for 3, 2 for 2 on extra points. Butt kicker, he was carrying around them big balls all day. No problem with Butker. No problem with Butker.
No, Butker he's cold-blooded. Okay?
Like look at Kayami Fairburn, whatever his name is. That dude, what's he pronounce it? Fairburn.
I think it was wide
Fairburn?
right. I think that's his last name.
Dude, that first one was a
poor
shank,
fella.
dude. I haven't seen a shank that bad, Steve, since we were playing golf over the summer.
I know, right?
That was bad.
Hey,
Like,
Dave
horrible.
Portnoy was crying about the refs the entire game because I think he bet on the Texans.
Oh yeah, he
So
was
he's throwing he's throwing a hissy fit. But he literally tweeted out afterwards and said the refs were awful. But however, nobody can blame this on the refs. The Chiefs dominated the entire fourth quarter. The Texans imploded. Their special teams suck. C.J. Stroud has no pocket awareness, and it was vintage Chiefs. Make every play that matters and let the other team self-destruct.
Yeah, that's what the Chiefs do.
In a nutshell. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. But get over it. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't bet money against who bets against the Chiefs in the playoffs? How's Dave Portnoy a billionaire with that?
That's why you can do that because
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you lose.
How do you get to that point being so ignorant? Come on, Dave. You just put money down on the Chiefs and win.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be as much money, but do it.
David, listen to me.
Good Lord, Dave.
What's David's middle name? David Allen Portnoy.
I wonder what his middle name is for real.
Go look it
find
up.
it.
Go look it up so I can give him a speech like I'm his mother. I mean, what is he thinking? You're just wasting money. You're just throwing money down the drain, David.
His middle name's David Scott Portnoy.
David Scott Portnoy. What in the hell are you doing?
Get it together, son.
Come on, brother. Come on.
Well,
I rate that bet a 2.1 out of 10, Dave.
I'm going to give it
Gotta
I'm
get it
gonna go
together.
A 1.1 out of 10.
Get together. Mike, let's give away some game balls, baby. I think they're pretty obvious. But let's get into it a little bit. Let's go
they're
2
very
each.
obvious.
Let's go 2 each since it's so obvious. Obvious. George Karlaftis on defense, Travis Kelce on offense. Let's do other people.
Yeah, okay. So on offense, I'll give it to I'm going to give it to Kareem Hunt. I don't care what anybody says. I thought Kareem Hunt give us a little bit of a spark.
He was that little spark we needed.
And he only had 8 carries for 44 yards. Okay, he only had 1 catch for 2. Wasn't a lot of production, but I mean that's how bad the offense looked today. That a guy like that can come out here and get an MVP.
Mike, I'm going to give a game ball. I'm going to give a game ball to Peyton Hendershot. I saw him throw a couple blocks and a couple punches today.
Me too. I was about ready to be like,
I thought, don't you be punching people.
Dude, if he would have got us a 15-yarder there at the end of the game, I would have cut him.
No, for real, though?
Not with a sword, but like I would have just cut him from the team.
In all honesty, I would probably give the second game ball to maybe Xavier Worthy. He had 2 really crucial catches.
Yeah, I guess you have
One of them
to.
was pretty fancy. He had put his fancy pants on for that one catch. And, I mean, he's just a problem for the defense to keep up with.
Did that ball get tipped? I felt like something was weird with that pass.
No, it was weird. It was the way he contorted his body and everything was just wild, bro.
But was the pass right? Like, did Mahomes? Like, it didn't look like the ball come out right or something.
Right, and then I'm going to give the second defensive game ball just because he finally showed up to the party.
Yeah,
Felix Anudike Uzama. He had that huge stop on the run play. He had the sack. Felix wasn't in a whole lot, but when he was, he made it freaking count. And he was pumped on the sidelines. I think Felix is trying to get it going. So you know what? Let's get it going. Well, I'll give him a game ball. Why not?
Okay. Yeah.
Chris Jones, by the way.
I don't
Chris
dislike
Jones
it.
Chris Jones is a problem.
Yeah, Chris Jones got a sack early. Turk Wharton got him a sack early too. I thought
Justin Reid had a hell of a day. There were just so many good defensive players.
I want to say Justin Reid and
McDuffie.
I'll say Justin Reid and I'll go ahead and put Leo in too for blocking that kick there at the end. It was fun, right?
Yeah, but McDuffie, how much more lockdown?
McDuffie had a pretty good one.
So good. So good. He does it so quietly, too. Everybody forgets about Trent McDuffie when they're talking about elite corners.
I kind of feel like
he's
when
just
you
out there doing work, man.
Right. I kind of feel like when you take, George and when you take George off, in the game ball speculation, I kind of feel like everybody on the defense you could make an argument for it, right?
You can almost give it to Spags and just say, hey, nice adjustments. That defense looked good, right?
They all had a pretty good game. Again, I think Nick Bolton could have played better. I was a little disappointed in Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton's look, you're going to have to show up, Bolton, if you're going to play against Derrick Henry or James Conner or whoever.
Nick
Josh
Bolton
Allen
will show up against Derrick Henry. I have no doubts about that.
Well,
he is his father.
Today he just kind of was obsolete in my opinion.
I thought he did very well when it comes to rushing the passer today. He was.
Well, I don't want him to rush the passer. I want him to
That's
stop
fine.
some balls
but, I
over
mean,
the middle. And
you're
and
acting
stop
like
the
he was
run.
non-existent, but he wasn't. He was definitely making some plays.
I
Just
said
not-
he was fine getting after the passer, but in the run
Mike,
game he was non-existent.
I got a poll up. His player of the game was Travis Kelce or George Karlaftis. Who do you think Chiefs Kingdom's got right now?
I would think they're going to go ahead and give it to George because we're defensive. Well, we've become a defensive team this year. I think people's going to reward that.
We're a defensive team.
I think they reward it. What is it?
So far, George Karlaftis winning at 54%, 54-46. There's been 373 votes. If you haven't voted on that yet, go vote on it. We'll see what it is by the end of this bad boy. Mike, we got a 2-bomb from Reggie Comedy. Good to see you back around. It's been a minute. Appreciate the 2. He says, what a difference Jalen Watson makes. Jalen Watson does make a pretty good difference. Is there a massive gap to you, Mike, between him and, say, Joshua Williams? Or is it just enough to just bring the defense up a little bit?
I mean, he played 25 snaps today in coverage. I mean, he did okay. He scored like a 79, 80 in coverage. I mean, he's fine. He allowed 1 catch for 8 yards. He looked good. I would say him and McDuffie played well together today, and I was just happy that he could get out there for 25. He almost had a pick, too. I think that was the play. It looked like maybe Justin Reid, when he got injured that time, it looked like he knocked the ball out of his hand. One of them, it looked like it was going to be a pick. But, yeah, I mean, he played well, but I don't think our defense was ever that bad without him, to be honest. I mean,
No,
that's just
I don't
me,
either.
but
I think it definitely makes the DB room better, obviously. But, I mean, I'm with you. Appreciate the 2-bomb, Reggie. Man, so let's talk about this other matchup, Mike. The Bills and the Ravens. So who do you think the Chiefs are going to be playing in this AFC Championship game?
I don't know. The more I think about it, I just keep going back and forth. I feel like it could be the time that the Bills kind of get over the hump since they're at home and they kind of get there. And I feel like the league will kind of help Josh Allen a little bit. But at the same time, I could totally see Lamar Jackson going there and beating them. So I don't know, and I don't really care. To be honest, I don't care who we play, but I just think it would be a little bit more fun to play the Bills and beat them, just because they're the only team that give us our legit
It doesn't matter
loss.
if whoever you beat. It doesn't matter. You're playing the 2 teams that everyone says is better than you.
No, I
every
don't
year.
care who we play, but wouldn't
Right.
it almost feel more like full circle to come back and beat the Bills, and they're the one team that really beat us?
Right, and the
throughout
Chiefs
year?
tend to do that. The Chiefs tend to do that kind of stuff. I feel like every year that they've won the Super Bowl, it's been somewhat some kind of poetic justice in the playoffs. Like last year, it was the narrative that Patrick Mahomes couldn't win on the road. The Chiefs weren't good enough to do it to have it go through Arrowhead, so they were done. They were toast because Patrick Mahomes can't win on the road. So what does he do? He goes to Baltimore and Buffalo and scorched both of them. And then, like, before that, it's like they'd always beat the teams that beat them. So, yeah, you're right. It could definitely be something like that. Reggie with the 2-bomb says, please move Tooney back to guard. He's getting cooked. I don't know what game you were watching, Reggie. There was 1 sack that Tooney let up. And to be honest, I thought Patrick Mahomes had ample time to step up into the pocket on that play. So I could be wrong there. But after that 1 sack, he was shut down. Nothing happened over there.
Physics tell you that if you have a circle, or a triangle rather, so you've got a line straight, and then it meets at a point. Okay, so if you imagine the offensive lines along the top, and Mahomes is at the tip of the upside down triangle, right, and Tooney's at the left side, and then you take the line that runs from the left side to the tip. That is the pass rusher to Mahomes. That is very hard to stop when Mahomes now takes the tip from a 4-yard.
Just the tip.
He takes a 4-yard snap from the gun and takes a 5-step drop. You're now 9 steps into the backfield, and with a pass rusher as good and quick as that kid coming off the edge today, there was a lot of times that Tooney, his footwork was rather impressive on a lot of those because Dude, physics tell me that if you're going to take a longer drop, his straight shot is so much easier. Like, you don't have to bend. You don't have to do nothing at that point. So
Right.
I thought Tooney done a pretty good job. I'm not going to get mad at Joe Tooney for allowing 1 sack and 4 pressures. I'm not doing it. Like, that is a great game. Like, that's a great game. And
the crazy thing to think about is if that's what he allowed, what do you think DJ Humphries would allow? A guy that literally has played like 1.5 games in 2 years. I mean, he didn't look very. I mean, he was getting kind of toasted by Nick Bonito in the Week 18 game. So, I mean, what do you think Will Anderson Jr. is going to do to him? I think Joe Tooney played a hell of a game, honestly. I thought the offensive line.
And I mean, some people argue
I thought
that
the left side of the offensive line was probably more solid than the right side,
right.
to be quite
I think
honest.
some people were arguing that Mahomes was holding the ball too long.
That's true.
He was, but at the same time, it's like, well, was there anybody open? And that's what the All 22 is going to show. Because there's a lot of times Mahomes has been holding the ball and there's people open. So we'll see that on All 22. What happened there? So I can't really make a definitive. I thought they'd done a really bad job of showing replays. The only replays they would actually show today is when they was trying to make the point that Mahomes
The narrative
gets
that
yeah. Mm-hmm. So otherwise, they wasn't really showing any angles of replay on sacks or anything. So you didn't really know what was happening down the field. I do find it kind of weird though that D-Hop and Hollywood Brown and how dynamic our offense has looked for the past 3 weeks when Hollywood came back. It kind of felt odd today that I feel like what was happening was they kind of took a Bill Belichick Patriots approach, and I bet you they were like holding our guys a lot down the field, and they wasn't calling it.
Right. Yeah, Talon says we went from excited when they signed DJ Humphries to now hating on him, and that's crazy. Don't let the boy watch. He says let him play. Well, here's the thing. It's kind of how it worked out. If DJ Humphries could have came in and started in that Chargers game back when he did and played effectively and did not get injured, then yeah, we would be on the DJ Humphries train. But when you get injured one half after you've been out for over a year and a half with an injury,
you missed practice time for 3 to 4 weeks.
Right. Then you come back and you play half, decent against the Broncos at best.
Rushing grade, Steve. His pass blocking grade against the Broncos was a 12.
Okay, so I'm being nice by saying decent. He got worked by Nick Bonito the entire Week 18. So you want to tell me that it's crazy that we wouldn't want to go with Joe Tooney, who's been playing excellent over there, and we would want to roll the dice in the playoffs.
I just find it wild
on the guy that hasn't played at all.
Look, I find it wild.
That's crazy. People can't get that through their heads.
That Joe Tooney can literally play out of position, and he's give up 1 sack in 4 games, and people are still acting like that's bad all of a sudden. Like, what do you want to go back to?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like, what are
Dude,
we doing?
I'm telling you, there wouldn't be a person in this effing chat that even brought that up if it wasn't for certain people getting on YouTube and talking about it and trying to sound smart. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for that, no one would even do that because they would be using their own brains and their own common sense. And it's like, oh, this is working good. We should keep it this way. But no, instead they defy all logic. They drink the Kool-Aid, and all of a sudden it's like, we need this guy that's only played 1/2 of football for us, scored a 12 in a pass protection. We want him to play for us in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's crazy, guys. I'm sorry. That's wild.
I just can't get behind that one. Look, that whole thing, that whole logic of, our run game's better. What are you talking about? It was 0.2.
That's crazy.
It was 0.2. It was 3.8.
That's nasty work. Seth Kaiser, I love you, but that was nasty work by you. You got people out here out their minds.
3.8. This is just running backs. If you count Mahomes and end rounds and everything, it was 110 yards a game to 108. So it was 2 yards a game. 2 yards that was it. 2 yards average per game extra. If you look at just running back carries, it was 3.8 yards per carry with Joe Tooney at left guard, and at left tackle it was 3.6. So 0.2. So you had to have 40 carries just to get 8 yards difference. When's the last time Andy Reid's going to run the ball 40 times in a football game? He ran the ball 13 times today. Do you realize that averaged out to that's less than a yard? If you take, I never understood that logic. I don't know what they were talking about, and it's wild.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Going on beyond all that, if the Ravens do beat the Bills and we play the Ravens,
stupid Noah makes all the sense in the world right here.
I know, right?
We don't run the ball. Who cares if the run game's better with a certain player?
By a yard and a half or something. I don't even know. On average. Whatever. Point two. My bad. Point two. But no, moving on. If the Ravens beat the Buffalo Bills, we're going to see a very game similar to the one we just watched. Because the Ravens, but the Texans, they tried to control that game on the ground. They tried their best to have long drives and really keep the ball out of Mahomes' hand. And it was effective for them for the third quarter. But I think you'll see a very similar game from the Ravens. After last year, you watched them take all kinds of bashing because they didn't run the ball. They could have won that game if they just ran the ball, right?
Yeah, it's wild.
They're not going to do it again. I bet you they'll come out and run the balls off.
Steve, I'll flip here with a 10 bomb. He says, I'm trying to put myself in the haters aspect, and I just can't seem to fully wrap my mind around it. That was a good call for unnecessary roughness to face of the NFL player during the playoffs. Yes, the guy tackled too high. Look, you cannot tackle too high. You can't hit too high. It doesn't matter if you make contact with the head. You can't tackle high. You can't go at the head. You can't go at the feet.
And his crown of his helmet hit his face mask. Right. I'm sorry, that's an instant penalty.
But look, you also cannot hit too low. They'll call that as well. If you're being grabbed up top, you can't hit too low. You can't land on them with your body weight. If you're going
to make all these stupid rules, you got to go by them.
These are stupid rules, but they did call it effectively. So cry about the rule, but you can't say the Chiefs just get the calls. And I agree with you there, Flip. And then at the other one, like the two Texas
players. Why are they taking headshots at him?
Right. Mahomes, and they're like, well, Mahomes, I'm sorry, Mahomes is a football player. He didn't slide. He slid late. He's making moves. They were allowed to hit him. You just can't go for his head once he's sliding. And they
not
both
one,
went for the head.
but two of them did.
Right.
And instant karma when they hit each other in the head.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's on them. I'm glad they got the flag on that too. But, Mike, you know what's crazy about it? And this is the God's honest truth. There would be your typical people on X crying about it and stuff like that no matter what.
Yeah.
But the majority of the world, it literally comes down to the trash they have commentating that game. If Joe Buck and Troy Aikman hadn't threw a fit about it, if they would have been like, hey, that's a good call, the crown of his helmet hit his face mask, that's a roughing the passer penalty, and went on about it, you would hear a little bit less. But no, they bought straight into the narrative. They tried to do what everybody else is doing, and they cried about it and brought it up at least 8 times after that during the game.
That's the only replay they would show.
Yeah. So it's
wild.
Like, it's weird how that works. But, I mean, if they would have just been professionals about it and not tried to run with a narrative and just been like, look, the crown of his helmet hit his face mask. That's hitting a quarterback high. That is roughing the passer by rule. And we move on. But, no, we have to do this all day. It's the same difference as the time that Collinsworth has now made Jawan Taylor's life hell. It's the same difference.
For sure. Thanks for the 10-bomb Flip. New member, Chiefs fan 69 in the house. Let's go. Appreciate you, brother.
Let's go, baby. Mike, what do we predict for scores? I think I said 31-24, and you made me switch it to 31-21. What did you pick? I don't even remember.
I think I was like 27-17.
27-17?
Yeah, I think we both went a little high with the score in general. It was a little bit more of a
23-14
battle, I guess.
Should have been 23-12, I suppose. Of course, we gave them 2 points at the end because we felt bad.
Yeah, that was a little wild.
We felt a little bad, Mike, you know. Like, go
what it
ahead. Here's 2 points. Since we cheated so much and the referees had to give us the game, we'll give you 2 points. How about that?
Got Peter with a 25, baby.
The legend himself, Peter Ortiz. What's up,
Peter
Peter?
says you can tell who the true fans are.
Can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one of those people that like to be like, you know, these guys, different opinion, you're not a real fan, this and that, but I don't know. People complain, people do this.
Do feel
like,
like,
don't get me wrong, Steve, me and you have been really hard on them at times. Like, it's hard to make, like even today, if you want to say the offense looked like trash, I think you're well within your right today.
Yeah. But you know what? At this point in the season, now you're in the playoffs. It's win or go home, right?
Yeah,
so no matter how bad you play, if you find a way to win, I'm going to say hats off to you. You found a way to win the game. That's all you have to do at this point.
Mm-hmm. You got to impress nobody at this point.
You know, but that's the thing. The entire that's most of the fan base out here talking about how the entire regular season that we're just practicing. You got a talking head like Nick Wright out there that makes a living off of saying the Chiefs are practicing in the regular season. People say Andy Reid holds his playbook back. He's not playing certain players. He's waiting for the playoffs.
Dude, I seen a vanilla-ass playbook today, it seemed. We were seeing the same crap we'd seen all year. Like, there was nothing different today out of that.
So my point is you have all year to practice. So if you can't critique the team and what they need to get better at during the regular season, then I don't know what you're doing. But right now in the playoffs, I don't care how ugly it is. If you put a W up there, I don't care. It does not matter. You just need 2 more of those. I don't care how ugly it is. Make it happen, and you make history. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shout out Peter for being a freaking legend with the 25 bomb. Let's go, Peter. Y'all put some legendaries in the chat for him. Let's go. Mike, overall, man, what do you think? You think it was just kind of a weird game plan? You think that the Chiefs just missed a little bit on their offensive and defensive game plan at first, and they had to adjust both at halftime? I do think the Chiefs looked a little bit better when they got the ball finally at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like the offense started looking better when Kareem Hunt was in the backfield.
Absolutely.
Believe it or not. I thought the offense looked better when they started getting to a little bit of a quicker passing game. You know?
It's just obvious things
that make
though,
this thing
isn't it?
tick. Yeah, and it's just they're just refusing to do it. Like, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish by doing certain other things. Like, I don't get like why you play pop 90% of the time or why you're wanting Mahomes to throw the ball. Like, what are you waiting on to develop out there? Like, Kelsey already showed you his amazing speed. Like, it's not much. So, like, what are you waiting on? Like, if he can't get open, he can't get open. Like, we don't need to be in the pocket for an hour.
Right. And, I mean, you have 2 of the fastest receivers in the National Football League. Just get them the ball in space and let them work.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Nico Remigio, he's a good return guy. We knew this. He was electric in college.
Yeah, he got them butterfingers, though, huh?
That boy got to hold on to that football. He has got to figure that out. He's got to figure that out.
Yeah, because he almost messed that play up right off the rip.
Yeah, man. I mean, killer field vision makes things happen.
Little PP.
Little PP on the PP there. That's another thing that I thought was weird. Not only did we not run the ball very much, but we didn't even really take advantage of them rushing the passer the way they were and just screen pass off to like P. Ryan or Hunt or even Pacheco for that matter, you know? What are you happy about? Refs Kingdom. Hey, cry about it, F-Rod.
Hey.
Go cry somewhere.
You're a stupid dumbass.
Pretty much, man. Yeah. Can you imagine being a full-grown adult and just thinking that the NFL, it's rigged for the Chiefs and the refs cheat? Can you imagine being an adult and thinking that?
I love this guy, dude. What an idiot.
That's great. Hey, our boy Steve-O in the house with the 2 bomb says, super grateful for y'all. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate you, Steve-O. We're grateful for you and everybody else watching. We appreciate you all being here. Do your boys a favor. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You're going to find the best, most entertaining, most fun, most valid, most knowledgeable analysis you can get. Just name it. It's here. It's on this channel.
The fans were the most knowledgeable.
It's right here. Or even the people in the chat are the best.
Dude.
So hit that subscribe button.
The magnum donged chief knowers of the world. Okay.
Let's do it. What about Magnum Dong Chris Jones, though, baby?
Jones had a pretty good day today. I thought Jones looked good. I think all our defensive linemen actually played well today. Even, you were getting a lot of disruption out of O'Menihue, and he actually got a sack. You got some disruption out of, even Derek Nottie even made a play here and there.
I forgot Derek Nottie played for the Chiefs.
Yeah, Eddie Dickey Uzama had a pretty good day. Turk Wharton got a sack. Mike Dana.
But you know what, Mike? It seems inevitable. If it's third down, Chris Jones is going to swing in with one of these.
Suck it! Suck it! They got 2 words for you! Suck it!
I love the way he's just like, you know what? You get down here, I'm going to go on the outside here, and I'm going to get a freaking sack on third down. Like, he does what he wants. It's Chris Jones in his dong's world, and we're just living in it, basically.
You know what's wild? C.J. Stroud got injured early in the game, started limping. Not one person on Twitter accused him of faking it.
Right.
I thought that was maybe one of the most fascinating things in the world.
Yeah, is it because he's such a good kid, like
that
an
not
honest
a single
good kid?
person?
Like, people are like, there's no
he
way he
that.
would do that.
I'm not saying he did fake it. I'm just saying that
no, but
Mahomes
I also
gets
think
accused of it.
I will say this, and I could be wrong because he could actually have been hurt, but I felt like that last one with his knee and he got up, went to the sideline on the 4th down. I think that was him throwing in the white flag, the white towel. Just, sorry, I can't do this no more. They beat him to death today.
Yeah.
They did. His offensive line did him no favors. George Karlaftis did him no favors. Chris Jones did him no favors. Even Charles Omenihu got to slow motion celebrate.
That's the wildest. I don't know.
Look, man, Charles Omenihu, I love Charles Omenihu. I think he's great in this defense. I think he's a great football player. He's got to be one of the most self-absorbed people I've ever seen. He might be clinically like a certified, what do you call it? Whatever. He's just a narcissist, I guess. Like Charles Omenihu thinks a lot of Charles Omenihu.
Hey,
but
keep getting sacks. I'm fine with
yeah, baby. I'm okay with it as long as you're out there making
Doesn't
them
that
plays.
always make good football players though? Like Dion. I mean, you look good. You
It
play
might
good.
be-
You play good. You get paid, baby.
Okay. Whatever it is, you keep doing what you're doing, Charles Omenihu. You keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Keep doing it. Let's go.
Let's go, Mike. 2 more. 2 more. And the Chiefs make history, baby. 2 more. I guess Buffalo and the Ravens play tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think so. I think right now it's Lions
Lions.
Commanders. Bam, but remember for 10 months. He says, my only critique of this game is no Hollywood or D-Hop. Yeah, I felt like our receivers, I know our receivers could not. Look, Stingley did not shut down both of them together.
No, that's weird. That's very strange.
Yeah, I cannot wait to watch the All-22 because I don't really know what happened there on the back end. I guess we'll find out, but I don't know. Just kind of felt like Mahomes kind of wanted to pepper Kelsey, and then it's just like he just kept going there.
And
Which is
that's
fine.
okay. That's okay because I do think that the Chiefs offense always runs better with that. If not only even if you don't keep going to it, it just kind of opens up other things. And it's like I said, it's kind of like
Well, it didn't today.
I felt like it didn't have to. The Texans weren't learning their lesson. They were leaving Kelsey wide open in the middle of the field. Like that's on them. Like once again, you want to cry about referees, you want to cry about calls, and they're letting Travis Kelsey, the best tight end to ever play, the most effective receiver in NFL playoff history. You're going to let him just run free in the middle of the field and then complain about the damn referees. All right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm going to end that poll.
Slap nuts, bro.
I'm going to end that poll. 54% say George Karlaftis is the player of the game. He got
didn't
the
move.
nod over Kels. No. Stayed pretty steady. Had about 100 more votes and still didn't move. So it must be pretty accurate representation of what Chiefs Kingdom thinks, right?
Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably right.
Chief KT with a 2 bomb says D'Amico said it was them versus everybody.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
wanted-
Yeah. It's funny how all week, like all these media outlets put out the map of the United States with like a blip in Missouri that's red and the rest of it's blue with the Texans logo and says this is who America's rooting for. And all week the media is talking about how the Chiefs don't have an answer for that amazing, elite, best defense of all time. But somehow D'Amico Ryans tries to make the narrative that they were against everybody. Get out of town, D'Amico. I like D'Amico Ryans. I think he's a good coach. And that's a very slapnut thing of him to say.
Yeah.
Appreciate the 2, Chief KT.
Aaron, did Will Anderson actually say that? Because if so, you lose a little respect for people like that.
Yeah, I mean, what a crybaby.
Like, you got your ass beat. Just accept it.
You had a good game. Hats off to you. You played well. You got beat. Shut up. I got an idea, Will Anderson. Maybe let's raise your football IQ a little bit. If you're so mad about it, don't be stupid. If you didn't even have to touch Patrick Mahomes, first of all, the ball was already out of his hands. Secondly, you shouldn't be so stupid to think that you can hit him high like that and not get a penalty. And on top of that, you could have at least just reached out with your hands and pushed his upper body. But you led with the crown of your helmet to his face. You're an idiot. Your football
Here's
IQ
one.
is trash.
Here's one.
Sorry. Get better.
Maybe instead of crying and whining, learn how to be a kicker. Because your kicker sucked. You lost the game because you're a kicker.
Yeah.
Not because of any call. You lost your game because your kicker left 7 points on the board. Like a slap
Get
nut.
better, Will Anderson Jr. It's not my problem.
Yeah, get better, bro. You suck. Like, I was going to give you credit, but you just suck now. So,
Flip with another 5 bomb says, hey, I love being the villain. I'm kind of enjoying it. Me too. Will Anderson, get better, bro.
get better.
Stop
you piece of
crying.
trash.
Good
what-
Lord.
wait, take that trash back to Houston. Y'all need to, like, come on, bro.
What a crybaby.
You should have known they weren't going to win today, Steve, because the trash don't run on Saturdays. That's why. Bunch of trash. Take them back. Y'all got smoked up in here. I can't wait to put out my game. And if any Chiefs fan get on there and tells me it was a close game and I'm bragging,
You guys have really got to
I'm
stop.
going to block you.
Quit trying to be modest. Quit trying to be everybody's buddy.
Don't be humble.
I know that there's like a big subsection, I guess the majority of YouTube Chiefs fans, they fall into this whole thing where we have to be all nice to everybody.
Forget it.
We can make friends with all the other teams' fans, and they can be in our chat and blah,
Quit.
blah, blah. No, stop that crap. Stop being pussies. This is where it stops. Because they're going to talk about the Chiefs. They're going to down the Chiefs any chance they get. And then they want to come try to suck your ass in the chat, and you want to make friends with them. That's not what we do here. They suck. They're stupid. They suck. Who cares? Go cry somewhere.
Steve's fired up.
Go cry. Go cry about it. You're all douchebags.
They will. They're crying somewhere, that's for sure. Crying. Man,
That's my rant for the day.
I hope we don't have Troy Aikman, Joe Buck for the rest of the playoffs. But next week we're getting frickin' Tony Romo. You know it. Tony Romo and Jim Nantz will get the AFC Championship game.
You know we're getting Tony Romo. We're going to have to hear, Jim. I don't know, Jim.
Jim, look at Josh Allen there with that epic 1.5-yard touchdown vulture. No other quarterback could do that except for Lamar Jackson. And every other quarterback. Steve, are the Chiefs going to pull out? I don't know why I keep saying that. It's like sexual at this
Mike,
point. Are they
yeah,
going to pull
I
out?
don't know. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, is that distasteful? Are we going to lose subscribers now?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
Steve,
sorry. Yeah.
Nobody cares. Steve, are the Chiefs going to pull out the QB sneak in the playoffs with Patrick Mahomes? They had a chance to do it today. They didn't do it. Are we going to see it ever? Is Mahomes ever going to run the QB sneak?
No, absolutely not.
Isn't it weird, though? It's like...
And I don't want him to.
There was nothing about that QB sneak, though, where he got injured. That was literally the QB sneak's problem. It was just a fluke play. Like Patrick Mahomes.
But we're never doing it again.
Hey, Patrick Mahomes hurt his ankle 300 times because he rolled out of the pocket and got hit weird. But yet he rolls out of the pocket every other play, and nobody prevents that. You know what I'm saying? It's
right. But no, we're not doing it. We're not taking our chances with that.
It's wild.
His knees can't handle that quarterback sneak, Mike, and we're just not going to do it.
He's carrying all them babies. Don't do it.
Don't do it. We appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with All Chiefed Up after this freaking playoff win. Round of applause, George Karlaftis. Round of applause, Travis Kelce. The Kansas City Chiefs, ladies and gentlemen. 7 straight AFC freaking championship games. Absolutely incredible. That is a reign of dominance if I've ever seen it. And just enjoy this. Enjoy this. That's all I can say.
Who's going to win? The Commanders or the Lions? The
Commanders for the upset.
You think the Commanders are going to pull it off? Who wins Rams, Eagles tomorrow, and Baltimore?
Rams for the upset.
I think I'll take the Rams in the upset, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with – I think I'll take Buffalo.
I'm taking the Ravens. I'll go just for fun, just for shits and giggles. I'm going to take the Commanders on the upset. Dan Campbell will screw it up somehow, trying to make some crazy ballsy call. And then the Rams are going to win, and the Ravens are going to win. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be.
Ed says, does DJ play next week? Derek Johnson? I would bring him back. I mean, I thought Nick Bowden looked a little shaky. Maybe. If you're talking about DJ Humphries, hell no. Joe Tooney played awesome today. He had a 95 efficiency grade.
You keep Joe Tooney right where he is, brother.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that offensive.
We're not going to talk
wrong with the run game today.
We're not accepting that narrative this week.
The only thing wrong with the run game was Andy Reid only ran the ball 12 times.
That was a problem.
That was the only thing wrong with it. And when he ran it, he was running it with the wrong guy.
Yeah, why didn't you start Kareem Hunt and have him out there? We could have scored a touchdown on the first drive. Well, this game could have been out of hand early if they would have just done things a little bit different.
Yeah, just do something normal.
A little bit questionable. Mike, I hear it coming in again. I hear that train a-coming. Because a freaking legend himself, Peter Ortiz, with 5 gifted memberships. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Peter.
Peter doing the Lord's work.
Peter
Appreciate all your support, Peter. Thanks so much, my man. If you get one of those memberships, make sure to thank him. We will be doing a members-only live stream this coming week. We're going to give away a signed jersey. So if you get one of those memberships now, you have a chance to win said signed jersey. And I think we might try to get our hands on a little bit of George Karlaftis. That's what people were asking for. And then I feel like it's kind of the universe saying, hey, yeah, it needs to be George because he went crazy.
Should I try? I'll try to get the George Karlaftis in.
If you can't get the George, we'll get something. We'll do George next month. But we'll see. George is going to be busy trying to beat all the ladies off of him this week. I don't know if I have time to sign the jersey for us.
George is happily married.
I know.
Basically.
But that's why he's got to get him off.
I don't know if he's actually married yet, but he is dating. Oh, well, at least I think so. I don't keep up with their dating.
Exactly,
lives.
Mike. That's why he's fighting the ladies off. You know.
What do you think about Caitlin Clark being at the game today?
Love it. Love Caitlin Clark.
It was Taylor, Caitlin Clark, and then I feel like it was Kelsey's dad right next to him. I couldn't really get a good pickup of who that was next to Caitlin Clark.
You get the most popular female singer of all time. You got the most popular female basketball player of all time. Might as well be rooting for the Chiefs.
And Ed Kelsey. Eh?
And Ed.
What about
Ed? Most popular dad of all time. Besides maybe Carl Winslow or
Bill Cosby.
Or Danny Tanner. Or Bill Cosby. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But Ed Kelsey, he's up there somewhere. Appreciate you, Peter. You're a legend, brother. Keep looking up with the 5 bombs.
Yeah,
let's freaking
go.
go. And how about Chanel blocking another field goal?
Leo, just with a day. Look.
Was that not the exact carbon copy? It was Justin Reid flying off the end.
Same thing.
And here comes Leo with a Dikembe Mutombo. Boo!
He said,
no. Get it out of here. No.
I love it.
Would love to see I like to see Leo step it up next game too. I'd like to see him get a little rowdy out there on the field.
He don't get a lot of playing time.
It's weird how it's kind of subsided, but I think it's because they've had to play.
See how much Leo played today.
They've had to play more safeties, I feel like. They've had more 3 safety sets.
Yeah, they're running a lot of 3 safety sets. They're playing a lot of well, I don't think we see Christopher Roland Wallace today. And did you know Joshua Williams
didn't
get a single defensive snap today?
Which is wild, which is crazy. And Ozzie Johnson out there, but not Josh Williams, is insane.
What
Spags,
is going on?
What are you doing? Playing with fire.
Spags, what do you do? Did he let that head coaching job go to his head this week? Huh? And he forgot what he was doing.
Yeah. My dear Watson with the 10 bomb. Let's go. R. Watson. I always have to make up a name. Sorry. 15 flopped all right. Flopped that thing down on the Texans, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, right, Watson. I don't know your first name, R, but let me tell you something. That's the kind of crap we like over here.
That's what we're talking about.
Sticking it to the man. I'm going to write that one down. Okay, look. Love it. Love it. He gets it.
Hey.
Get that stick out of y'all's ass and have
hey,
fun.
Game ball goes to Watson.
Baby. Watson
Game ball goes to our Watson today. Anyways, it's Karlaftis MVP of the game. Texans has the best D we've seen the whole run. What y'all think? Do you think that the Texans is the best defense we see this whole time? Or I will say that the Buffalo Bills defense is good. The Ravens defense is good. The Ravens
they said is coming on.
Yeah, they've been coming on a little bit. But I agree. I do think that is going to be the best pass rush we see. Now, Buffalo, they got Greg Rousseau and company, and they can give you – but it's not the same.
Even on the NFC side, I don't think there's a defense there that's
no,
great,
man. I think
great.
Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson Jr. is going to be the best combo. I think so.
They even had Danico Autry. I mean, you've got tons of them there just rotating.
And don't forget about Tim Settles. He's a self-proclaimed best player in the NFL.
Tim Settles. Oh, Settles. I think he probably had like 1 tackle today and no pass rushes. Good
Bills
job,
hate
Settles.
since '93 season AFC Championship game. Let's go. Yeah, the Bills aren't even going to make it there. Josh Allen about to choke, brother.
Dude, one of them is going to get praised, whoever wins, and the loser is going to get raked.
Yes.
As the biggest choke artist ever.
I'm glad you stuck with the K there.
It.
I'm glad you stuck with the K there.
It's going to be insane. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait.
Yeah, for sure. It's exactly what's going to happen. One of them is just in for it. Like, you're exactly right. Media narrative's going to run wild, but they can't get it done in the playoffs on one of them.
Yeah. Steve,
it's inevitable.
You want to guess how many snaps Leo played on defense tonight?
3.
No, slightly higher. 13.
Okay.
But I feel like Leo should be playing more than 13 snaps, especially all the blitzing we did. Like, what in the world?
Julia Gulli was out there doing the Lord's work at Arrowhead, weathering the cold.
Oh,
look at that, Julia Gulli. Let's go.
Julia, I heard
maybe
you out
Julia
there
needs a
screaming.
game
That
ball.
was a wild game, dude. Dude, I bet the barbecue was sniffing.
Sniffing,
but you were sniffing that barbecue.
No, she was sniffing. I don't think the barbecue sniffs anything.
Joe Biden? I don't know about it. Quit sniffing everything. What are we talking? I don't know what we're talking about. Look, but anyways, the barbecue was on point. The vibes were immaculate. I wish I could have been out there. I wish I could have been out there today. Steve, let's get tickets and drive up there for the next one. I don't know. You might be sickly or something. You're dodging it around the house. You're dodging
There's a
every
war
sickness known
zone
to
in this
man.
house right now.
Yeah,
It's a
don't
war
get me
zone.
sick though. Okay, I just might go up there by myself. I'm just gonna drive up there.
Do it.
I might drive up there by myself. If anybody has a couple extra tickets, throw them my way. Your boy's coming. Put me into a direction where I ain't got to pay fees.
Might get out there. I tell you one thing though. After we win this AFC Championship game, you're not ditching me and Pops for the Super Bowl again.
No, I don't plan on it. But y'all better not ditch me with all your sicknesses.
It'll be gone by then.
Let's hope.
Be gone by then.
I won't be in Florida this year for the Super Bowl.
Good.
I think
out with me and
we
Pops.
might go the week after, though. I might need a vacation after this stressful run we're going on.
I think we need to start making that a thing. I think after the season, we put so much work in during the offseason and the season. It's year round. So I feel like after the Chiefs win the Super Bowl every year, it should just be a tradition.
Yeah, we
that
got to
we
go
go
to
on
the parade
vacation.
and just take a week-long vacation.
I'm not going to the parade anymore. You know, no.
I
Y'all
heard
can't
that
act
they may
right
not-
out there.
I
You
heard
can't
they may
act
not-
right.
They may not do it at Union Station anymore.
They should just, always have them bad apples running it for everybody. People can't act right, You got to have slap nuts everywhere.
Can't act right. You just can't have nothing.
But you know what? They need to have it at Union Station. Don't change it. Don't change it because
don't
of
let-
some idiots.
Don't let the terrorists win.
You can't let the morons win. They're stupid. Just dumb. Keep it there. Actually, you know what? Have 2 of them at Union Station.
Let's do a parade every day
Yeah.
for a week for the three-peat. Three parades in a row. 3 days of 3 parades for the three-peat. There
Mike,
you go.
Christian Stafford said he went by himself today. That's a true Chiefs fan right there. He went out in the cold by himself.
Dude, I bet he made friends. I bet he was eating barbecue and drinking beers and having a good time. And he was
Yeah.
being loud, and that's all that matters.
Don't let them take your joy, Mike. The angry drunken German said so.
I do it. You did it. You said they weren't having it. I mean, I said they weren't having it, but you said they shouldn't. And then you said,
I said
no,
they
never mind.
should.
Yeah, you're changing your mind there. I like
Yeah,
it.
I said they should. Faithful with the 2 bombs says, what was wrong with Hollywood Brown and Hopkins today?
I don't know. We got to watch
No
all 22.
opportunities? I mean,
Yeah.
honestly.
We're going to have to watch all 22 and find out, because it seemed like even the time that Patrick Mahomes had some time in the pocket, he just was not going deep. Like, there was coverage sacks there. Or he didn't really get sacked, but there was some coverage, like, things that was causing him to have to get out of the pocket and things. So I can't wait to watch the all 22. I'm sure, like,
Yeah.
certain people will be
We'll
throwing
have to figure that out. It just feels like that the game plan they weren't a big part of it, Faithful. But appreciate the 2 bomb. Fat Sea Turtle says, bricked up, baby. All bricked up. Let's go. Let's freaking go.
Let's go.
Mike, the Chiefs they're inevitable. Patrick Mahomes is inevitable. So hard to beat. Do you think, just seeing the Chiefs beat the Texans today, don't you think that that's going to mentally mess with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen? Do you think that they might the thought might cross their mind, like, I'd rather just lose in this game and not lose to Mahomes again?
I think so. I think one of them, they may both be trying to take a dive so they don't have to lose to Mahomes again.
I mean, do you honestly think that could be a thought through their head? Like, man, I can't do this again.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. I wouldn't want to play him. Look, Patrick Mahomes in 7 years as a starter, 7 AFC Championship games,
Insane.
3 Super Bowls, about to make a 3-peat and get the 4th.
Played in 4 of them.
And he's got more playoff wins than 15 franchises in their history.
Insane. He's the GOAT. The GOAT.
It's ridiculous.
Tom Brady, who? Tom Brady played for 45 years and barely accomplished more than
72.
Patrick Mahomes has in 7. We're talking about him being a GOAT. Get out of here. Whatever.
GOAT.
That's
Maybe that-
crazy talk.
GOAT winner. I don't know what he is.
He literally played till he was a senior citizen, bro. He played.
For some reason, when you said GOAT, or I don't know who said GOAT, but I had the most craving, and you would think for like goat, but I've never had goat. But I craved Indian food all of a sudden. Why? They don't serve goat, do they?
Want a little? Yeah, of course they do.
do
There's definitely
not,
goat.
do they?
There's goat on the menu. Absolutely.
Is there? But I've
Yes.
never had it, so why would I?
No,
crave
because when
Indian
we
food?
go, we're gonna get the chicken tikka marsala hot. We're gonna get some buttered chicken, some
Let's
garlic
do it.
naan. That's what we're gonna do.
we have to have a
We're
celebration.
gonna have a goat celebration.
goat it.
Maybe we'll find one that's goat on the menu and just eat it.
I want to take Pops there. Pops is probably like, he's in his 60s. He's probably never had Indian food. Pops probably never ate nothing but hamburgers and pizza his entire life. Okay? Steve, we got to take Pops to see his experiences.
Let's do it.
We need to film it and make a vlog for all the members to watch Pops eat Indian food.
You know, I thought about that the other day. It's funny you brought that up because I've been trying to think about what more can we do for the members, because we have one members only live stream. It's not enough. It's not enough. So I was thinking, man, maybe we could start doing some bloggy type stuff, a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, and just throw up random members only videos.
Watch Pops
where they can see
Indian
random
food
stuff
for the first time. This could be epic.
I mean, why not? We're celebrating the goat with this meal.
I took Pops to Jersey Mike's. He didn't like Jersey Mike's. He said he didn't like something, the bread or something. I'm like, who don't like bread?
Who don't like Jersey Mike's besides him and Taja?
You're the only two, and it's both the bread. Just take the bread off.
What's wrong with all of y'all?
I don't know. It's fun. It's going to be great. Dude.
Hell yeah, Mike. Horned up ain't the word for it. Horned up ain't the word for it. I'm glad, like, there were times during that game I never questioned it, by the way. Did you ever feel uncomfortable?
No. Did you know that
Me neither.
ESPN had the win probability for the Chiefs by halftime? The probability was 80% Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah. I was looking at it. I mean, I felt like that much too. It was only 13-3, but I was like, once the Chiefs got up by double digits with our defense, I was like, I don't know if this Texans offense could put enough points on the board if our offense will just put up another touchdown. And I think we put up another touchdown. So, yeah, I think it was pretty much over. I think we scored 10 there in the second half. So, yeah, we scored 10. We scored 10 in the fourth quarter. So, we got there. The third quarter was weird. I mean, our offense was rarely on the field. Like, they literally took up the whole entire quarter.
They just couldn't. The defense didn't even play terrible in the third quarter. It's just they played terribly on third down, honestly. Yeah. Peter Ortiz with the 2 bombs says, I think KC was on cruise control today. It did seem that way sometimes, Peter. I don't think they were overlooking their opponent, but I do feel like, I don't know, it was odd. It was odd, but I mean, obviously the Chiefs were the better team on the football field. I think that's apparent. Javier Sanchez with the 5 bombs. Go, Javier. He says, are the Texans the new Bengals fans? Are the Texans fans the new Bengals fans, Mike? I don't think that anyone could get to that level of
cringe.
That level of cringe.
I was honestly watching them on X before the game saying that because Joe Mixon used to play for them, they hoped he ran for 200 yards and they beat us. And I said, it's nothing more Bengals-like than to live vicariously through an ex-player that hates your franchise just to beat a team while you're all sitting on the couch. Like, that is the most Bengals thing in history. Steve, by the way, the Houston Texans were 59% on third down conversions today.
It seemed like more than that.
Yeah, it really did. But I think there at the end of the game when we clamped it, the Chiefs were only at 36% on third down. And that's a big reason we didn't make this game a blowout.
Third down. Mike, we've been saying that all year. That's one of the most critical things. It's just get better on third down on both sides of the ball, and it would be completely different looking games. It really would be. Appreciate the 5, Javier. Matt Evans with the 2 bomb. Thanks for the support, Matt. Appreciate you. Man, Mike, how we feeling? How we feeling rolling into the AFC Championship game? Despite who you play, you've seen the Chiefs all year long, and then you just saw what they were able to do against the Texans. What's your confidence level going against Buffalo or the Ravens? They got to come to Arrowhead.
You got the Arrowhead factor.
How are we feeling about another Super Bowl?
Yeah, you've got the Arrowhead factor. I think that I probably feel a little more confident versus the Ravens than the Bills, because I think the Bills overall is probably a better football team. But I will say this. Either one of them beats the other one any given day, and I think the Ravens already beat them once. So it's
the Ravens blew them out.
Right, but I think at this point in the season, I just feel like maybe Buffalo's playing harder. I don't know. That could even be just a myth. I don't know. But I don't think there's any difference who we play. But I think that just being at home, knowing that when the game counts, Andy and Mahomes and Kelsey for that matter, and just a lot of these guys have been here before. They're not like thrown off by much. Like I said, Mahomes, we're driving here in the fourth quarter, and it's like we barely were going to get the ball back, and he was just like loose as a goose. Didn't even look like he gave a crap, like if we scored or not, big deal. And it's like, I feel like maybe this is getting a little too wild. Like they need to maybe get a little bit of sense of urgency here and play a little bit harder.
Right.
But I feel pretty good. I think whoever we go against, I'm giving the Chiefs a 70
I'm sorry,
to 80%
guys,
shot
but
right out of the gate.
I don't know what y'all are looking at, but if you think the Chiefs are the best third down defense in football, you are absolutely crazy. That's insanity.
I don't know what the numbers are on that, though, but it could be.
There ain't no freaking way, dude. That's not even possible. Like, I seen 2 people in chat say they were.
It might be. I don't know.
Are y'all talking about the offense, maybe?
I don't know how to find that stat.
Peter said Steve Casey was first in third down conversions. Okay, yeah, I'll go with that. I thought they were talking about the defense. I was like, there's no way.
You're saying our offense was first and third down. Yes, I think we were. Mahomes was the best one at that throughout the year.
Yeah. Their problem is red zone. I bet the red zone conversion's not the best in the NFL.
Oh, no. We were bad for some reason with that, dude. I don't get it.
Mike, Jacob with the stash, baby. He's back. What's up, Jacob? Good to see you, brother.
What's up, man?
Tin Bomb. He says the rest was highly needed, but it also showed the rust held the offense from being fluid. I think there was something to that, Jacob. I do think there was something to do with that, which was expected. If they were going to take that much time off, which I think was a smart decision, they needed to heal and get right. So I'm okay with that decision. But I agree. I do think that had something to do with it. He also says the Texans D came to play today, and I think it's probably the best defense we will see in the playoffs. I would have to say that, yeah, I agree 100%, Jacob.
Right. So, so the Chiefs' third down defense, our defense, we give up 43% of our third downs we're in. So 1 out of every 2, we just about give up. And that is only better than 4 teams. The Arizona Cardinals, the Colts, the Falcons, and the Panthers, dude. That's how bad our third down defense is this season.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's been a problem.
It's been bad.
Defense,
and look, over the
defense
last
overall has
3
been
games,
good, if not great, but that's a problem.
Over the last 3 games, Steve, it's been 58%, 6 out of 10 third downs converted. And just in the last game, not this one, but the game before this with Denver converted 7 out of 10 first downs on third. Like, that's insane, dude. Of course, that was backups. I get it, but
Yuck about it the game too. He said it was flipping cold out there. I bet it was. Yeah. Appreciate the 10, Jacob. Y'all put some legendaries in the chat for everybody that's donated today. Doing the Lord's work, helping the channel keep on going, keep on growing. We appreciate you guys. Matt Evans with another 2. Appreciate you, brother. Really do appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for that. All you guys that hit the like buttons, watch the videos, watch the shorts, everything. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Mike, we had a goal to try to get to 50,000 subscribers before the Super Bowl. And
that got destroyed.
It was a very, very dead. Chiefs fans were very, very unlike themselves this season. It was very quiet out there this year.
No, you know what's weird? Because we're not going to hold anything back from you guys. We actually, the worst time of football, obviously, for the NFL is like soon as the draft's over to like training camp, right?
Right.
So maybe to like whatever. And then you think like training camp, it picks up. It gets to preseason, people pick up. And then it gets to regular season, it picks up. And playoffs, it really picks up. We actually converted more subs to the channel from the draft to the preseason than we did by a 2-to-1 rate.
In the regular season.
Than the regular season this year. That's mind-blowing. That in the off-season, you got 60% of your subs for the year, and during the season, you only got 30% of your subs. That's wild. Yeah. Like, I guess Chiefs fans already made their mind up where they want to watch. Well, or we've just capped it out. Like, I don't know how we've capped out, though.
Well, honestly, I'll tell you what a big part of it is. I honestly think. And
I don't know
you
how
guys
we've capped.
Anyone in the chat can probably corroborate this for me. But if you go onto your YouTube homepage in the off season, you probably see more of the grassroots, like us kind of people, Chief Concerns.
The media, the big media is not talking about
During
it.
the season, all of a sudden you have all the aggregate sites just posting Chief stuff. You have ESPN, Fox Sports, everybody's posting Chief stuff constantly. So you kind of get flooded in the algorithm.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that might be what it is. But it's
Josh Zimbauer just says the off-season content was better. Dang. Now, it is better than everybody else's off-season content, but much like the regular season. So we still are in the same predicament. Okay? We're still in the same predicament there.
I mean, what did we do in the off-season?
A lot of draft stuff. After the draft,
nobody watches draft stuff.
It is weird how little people watch draft stuff.
Yeah, for everything throughout the year, like if you go back through our 3 years of analytics, draft content with Chiefs fans almost obsolete. Like Chiefs fans don't love draft content. There's about 10% that
Some of
get
you
into
hardcore people will go all
but
year
it's
long. Right?
very, very down. So
Yeah.
maybe the off season's good for the speculation of free agents and who's going to play and who's going to. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Like there's like this sense of like anticipation maybe.
Yeah, Renee making a really good point here. It's just a great all-team effort. I think that's why the Chiefs continue to find ways to win, is because when one part of the team is down, one of the others will pick them up. If the offense is having a bad day, defense will have a good day. If the defense is a little off, the offense will do just enough to win. Special teams, they come through when they need it the most. I just think the Chiefs are a well-rounded football team. They know how to win. So, just overall, I don't know how people just jump off the Chiefs bandwagon as far as media and everybody else goes and just always latches on to other teams every year and acts like the Chiefs aren't going to be the favorite. Because the Chiefs they have a winning culture. Andy Reid has built a winning culture here. They're in the midst of a dynasty. They're not in the midst of a dynasty for no damn reason.
Yeah.
So it's just no different. But I'm right there with you, Renee. Just all around good team effort, and guys pick the other guys up when they need to, and that's what makes them such a great team. Mike, I hear that train coming again. I hear it coming. Baby? It's off in the distance. There it is.
Well, there it is. I hear it.
Our boy KW with the 5 gifted memberships.
Let's go.
Appreciate you, brother. Y'all thank him in the chat. If you get one of those,
Legend.
Make sure you thank him in the chat. Throw some legendaries out there. Growing the ACU crew. The ACU crew.
I see a lot of people in the comments saying they like the draft content. A lot of you guys do. I'm just saying for the majority of I guess in the majority of the NFL world, you know what I mean? Like people just kind of take the offseason off. They just don't care. But yeah, there's that certain. I love draft content. I think it's fun.
Right.
But you also realize at the end of the year, you study 400 players, and then we draft maybe 7.
I guess something else to consider is in the offseason, you can kind of create your own narrative. You can kind of do what you want to do. In the season, when news happens or something comes up, you got 17 channels on here doing the same content.
Yeah, so that makes it tough too. Dude, did you
can only watch it so many times.
Did you see where Ricky Pearsall did an interview just last week, and he said that the Chiefs told him to watch the draft on night 1 and that he thought he was going to be drafted by the Chiefs, and then at the last minute the Chiefs made the trade up for Xavier Worthy.
You think that was their backup plan?
Yeah. If
they
somebody
didn't
would have
get
taken
Xavier
Worthy
Worthy
early, they were going to go Ricky Pearsall, and Mike would have hit the player. I think they're starting to listen to me, Steve, in the offseason.
Well, this year when we go to camp, we need to get we'll meet up with Veach, eat some pizza at his place, there in St. Joe. I think that's what we're going to do, and we'll get in there. I mean, there is an opening. Bergonzi's gone now. He went to the Tennessee Titans, so maybe we can look into being his assistant. Not just one assistant. We're going to interview like Step Brothers. Have you guys ever seen Step Brothers where they team
interview with Brett Veach for an assistant GM
We're going to interview for assistant GM. We can be co-assistant GM.
He'll say, look at these two idiots. It's fine.
Look, man, I think we would be good at it.
What do we do? You just tell Veach, you're like, yes or no. I feel like you have to be a yes man to be Veach's. He's got a little temper.
Just don't fart at the interview. Because if Brett Veach tastes a fart when he's trying to eat his pizza, we're not getting the job.
Wait, did they do that in the real movie?
You don't remember that? Seth Rogen I can taste it. I can taste it on my tongue.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, none of that.
Hey, Mike Washington, they're going to pull this off, brother.
Yeah, see where they scored.
Pick 6, baby.
What's the score?
Define all odds.
Is it really a pick 6?
The Redskins are out there doing it.
24-14 going in. Well, there's still 5 minutes left. What a game. Washington's put up 21 points in the second quarter. Dude, look, I don't dislike Detroit, but the way the media and even Detroit
it makes
fans,
you want to see them fail.
Detroit fans went from being just hey, we suck, we're horrible, to they literally got one season of success, and this year they were annoying. It's what are you doing? Why? Why are you acting like this?
Totally agree.
Let's sustain that success for a little bit. Man, if the Lions were to just drop, though, Does
There's
that
a lot of
literally-
football left to play, though. 5 minutes left in the first half.
Oh, yeah,
There's a
you
lot
can't
of
say it's
football
over.
left to play.
But look, if the Lions drop, for example, and then we got to get through Buffalo or Baltimore,
Terry McLaurin, a 58-yard touchdown.
who would be the best team left in it from the
Scary
NFC if the
Terry.
Lions go? The Eagles?
Eagles or
I
Rams?
still don't think the Eagles are that good.
The Eagles are only good if you allow Saquon Barkley to run all over your ass. Because if you can't stop him, then what are you going to do? And then, so opposite of that, I think the Rams have the most experience. They have a Super Bowl winning quarterback, Super Bowl winning coach.
And
They got
Puka
really good
Nacua
receivers.
and Cooper Kupp together.
Their defense
healthy.
is stepping up. I
think the Rams could be nasty, couldn't they?
Williams is a good running back. I mean, they have a pretty good team and they have the experience.
People
so.
do like the Eagles. I just think they're a little overrated. I just don't think Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. There's some problems there with Hurts and his receivers. I think they live and die by the tush push too much. That's just such a novelty. It's just odd to me. Like
Josh Allen them's kind of accepted that. Mike, we got
True.
Perry with the 2 bombs. Says Goff just got laid out on a pick 6.
dude.
Sheesh.
Jared Goff, does he not remind you of like Ryan? Who's the guy that played?
Ryan
Who's the guy that
Fitzpatrick?
played in Barbie?
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, does he kind of remind you of him?
You know, someone told me about 6 months ago that I look like an old, fat Ryan Gosling.
So you
was
look
like
like
a-
Jared Goff.
Like a young lady told me that.
Is Jared? I think Jared Goff and Ryan Gosling
Thanks,
could be.
thanks for
friends.
letting me know that I'm old and fat. Appreciate that. At least I have them boyish good looks of Ryan Gosling, I guess. What else can you take from that? Like, come on.
I mean, come on. I kind of see it. Hold up. Let me bring this in.
Not me.
No, not you.
Jared
It's
Goff
the other two.
and yeah, those two I could see it.
Okay, look.
I feel
I'm getting
like
ready-
somebody's just trash talking me.
I'm getting ready to bring it in. Somebody was just trying to make you feel bad.
They
I don't know if
were.
they're trying to make you feel bad or feel good.
I don't know what I
but-
did to him either. I didn't even do a damn thing.
Like, do you feel good to say you look like Ryan Gosling, or
Not really.
I mean, like they kind of similar.
Eh,
It's not perfect, but I can see the resemblance.
yeah.
Like if Ryan Gosling put a helmet on and played Jared Goff in like
He
a
could play him in a
biopic.
movie. He could play him in a movie.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay,
Mm.
so that means that technically Jared Goff could be Ken in a Barbie sequel. I'm
Maybe.
just Ken. I actually watched that movie. It was funny. I'm proud to say it.
Did you watch the Barbie movie? Yeah, you went with my daughter, didn't you?
Yeah, I took Piper to watch it.
Huh.
We sang
Interesting.
together. We watched it. She had a blast. She loved it. She said, Uncle Mike, you know what my favorite part was? I said, what? She said, when Barbie slid down the thing and made pancakes. And I was like, that was your favorite part, huh? Kids, they're funny. I don't know. I don't get it.
Mike, we're pushing 2 hours on this stream, baby. Let's do it.
Oh, man. Dude, I gotta make a good short tonight. I gotta
You
make
do.
a good short about this. I don't know what angle I
Well, you
wanna
know what?
take.
We only need about roughly 15 minutes to hit the 2 hour mark. And I think that's the Chiefs deserve a 2 hour post game live stream and celebration just for
Okay.
George Karlaftis. And since we're going to be here, let's have a little fun with it. You want to?
Sure.
I'll
What's your
put-
idea? Fun.
Put up a random goal. 10
Jared
till
Goff's
super
out.
chats. 10 till super chats in the next 15 minutes. And we'll give away a signed poster, possibly 2. So let's start it.
Oh, I've got 2 posters. No, I mean 2 posters for 1 winner. Or do you want to give 2 winners away?
We'll give 2 winners away.
Okay, so 4 posters, 2 each to 2 winners. I like it.
The goal's rolling. 15 minutes is rolling. We'll see how it goes.
Let's do it. I want to give these
Why
away.
not? Why not have a little fun while we're doing it? Yeah, man, it's weird that the old Redskins are trying to get it. If my camera battery is going to die, quite possibly before we get there. If it does and I just disappear, it's okay. I'll use my webcam and just look a little fuzzy. But so if you see me go out, I'll be
You're
right
just going to
back.
disappear. I'm going to be by myself. I'm going to be like,
I'll be right back,
down, down.
man.
Well-
So, what do you think? Do you think that the Commanders really have a chance? Do you think they could come out and maintain in the second half?
I mean, if Jared Goff's not going to play, they said he's
Goff
been
will be
taken out.
back, right? Goff will be back. He would have to really be hurt.
They said he
to
got
not be back.
rocked. Somebody said he got rocked. Motor City looks shell shocked, says Rich Cooper. Teddy Bridgewater's in the game. Dude, if Bridgewater's in the game.
Well, if he takes a head injury, he can't go back in the game. By rule.
No, if he goes to the tent and they rule him, but will they rule him out? I don't know.
Yuck FoodTube says, I'm poor. Let's go Chiefs. Thanks for all the work. If you went to the game today, you are poor, sir.
Oh,
I'm sure the average ticket price was not cheap. So I'm glad you got to go enjoy yourself, though. Would love to have been there today. Would love to have been there. But it was fun. Probably pretty electric at times, I'd say.
Do you know Chris Jones, out of all day long, seemed like he just had a monstrous day. And, of course, he's getting double and triple and quadruple teamed. He only got credited for 2 total pressures today. His lowest output of the season besides week 3 at Atlanta, where he had 0 total pressures. Isn't that wild?
I feel like he did a lot of work, though.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen him more than just, you know.
Chris Jones gets double teamed every play, gets held every play, and he still makes
lowest pass rushing grade of the season, 58.4. Wild.
Peter Ortiz with a 25 bomb. Says 15 minutes, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Peter. Freaking legend. We appreciate you, brother. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, buddy. Man, I'm having a good time. It's a Saturday night. It's a celebration. We can all stay up later tonight.
Let's go, baby.
I'll get the short knocked out. Be looking out for that one. We should let our people help us write the short. You guys want to help me write the short?
Yeah, how bad do we need to dog these Texans fans, baby? How bad do we need to get them going?
Give me some good lines.
Mike, you need to get the whole league going.
Should I?
Just every slapnut that thinks the Chiefs only win because of the refs.
Should I take a shot at
There's
every
a lot of
team
people.
left?
You absolutely should. Like that train's rolling in again, baby. Peter Ortiz is going off today, ladies and gentlemen.
Peter, baby.
Hey, Peter,
I'm gonna send Peter out a gift.
Your ridiculous support does not go unnoticed, by the way. Every time we're on here, we appreciate
send Peter
you, brother.
out a gift for
5 gifted memberships.
I think he's already gifted 2. So the fact that Peter's just blowing it up today.
Yeah, y'all make sure to thank him in the chat. Put some legendaries in the chat for Peter. He's a freaking living legend over here.
He's a legend.
Tearing it up, doing the Lord's work. Y'all make sure to thank him in the chat. But yeah, we got to get to that goal, guys. We got to give some stuff away.
Well, I mean, Peter.
Why not?
Peter just dropped off a big one there. I mean, that
yeah, but that's not how it works.
Those, though.
That's not how it works. There has to be 10.
I know, but I feel like if you
10
divide
super
that
chats.
in, that
10
means
till super chats.
5 could get it still, even though they won't say it's hit. I think we would know.
Yeah, you just keep up with yourself. Let's see. Yeah,
I'm still super surprised Leo only played 13 snaps today. That's wild.
It's very weird. The underutilization of DeAndre Hopkins and Hollywood Brown was very wild too.
Yeah,
A lot of questionable things. Kareem Hunt not getting to touch the ball till the second quarter. A lot of weird things today. A lot of questionable decisions, but overall, I mean, the Chiefs won and they were in control. They were in control the whole game. So, did they? They never trailed, did they? Ever?
I don't think so.
It was tied at 3, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
So
Here, I got an idea. I want to watch this one. Wait, if I
watch
play
it.
something, can everybody hear the volume on it?
we don't know. We'll just have to see.
Here, I'll bring it in another way then. Give me time. Just give me a few minutes. I was just gonna play it through for you, but I'll do the long way. I'll bring it into the thing so everybody can hear it. We'll do it that way. It'll take a few seconds, but we're fine. We're gonna be here for 15 more minutes anyway.
All right. Yuck FoodTube says, hey, I can't get a membership, y'all. I got rid of Chiefs gear after 2018. Chiefs won the Super Bowl in 2019, had gear in 2020 and 2021, and then I had no gear since. So he just can't have any Chiefs gear. Can't be a part of
just done
nothing
with
Chiefs.
it? He
You
don't
went
wanna
to the
curse
game,
it?
though. You were there. I think if you can be there and pay for a ticket, you could be a membership if you wanted to. Or you could be a member, I think. Kim with the 10 bomb. Appreciate you, Kim. Kim doing the Lord's work. She said, let's give some stuff away. Yuck Food Tube, did you get a free ticket? Is that why you
Kim,
went?
we appreciate you.
Kim, you're awesome too, by the way. Thank you so much.
Steve, I'm really tempted to get a ticket and go. When's the game? You think they'll put the game on Saturday again next week? Or you think it'll be a Sunday?
I don't know.
I feel like they'll go Sunday.
I feel like
with it, right?
I feel like they might go Sunday for.
But they will go Sunday
It's just
and
going to
a
be 2
Saturday.
games, will they?
They'll
Is
do one each
AFC,
day, right?
NFC. I don't know. Is that what they do?
They've come out with that already. Hold up. There's a way to find this out. There's a way to find it.
I'm sure they already have it planned. Just go look
Yeah,
and see what
so-
time they're playing.
That's what I'm going to say. Let me go find it.
Next Sunday, At 6:30, Perry says.
See, that makes sense. So
Sunday
Sunday
the
at 6:30. Dude, man, I could get there, but I'm going to tell you something. The lady's going to have to call in.
Quit. Just quit your job. Isn't that what we always say?
Here we go. You ready? I'm going to play this. Andy Reid, okay. Andy Reid celebrating his 300th win with a big old fat cheeseburger. Here we go.
That's a great job. Phenomenal job. Let's give them just one big one right here, man. How about those Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Normal week. Normal week. Both games are going to be on Sunday, and then we'll find out tomorrow evening who we end up playing. But listen, my hat goes off to you guys. You did a great job of battling, coming out, setting the tempo early. Lions, man, you were on fire. Great job. Lions. What? Yeah.
Andy liked that line.
Hey, let's take a knee.
Hey, hang on.
Uh-oh.
First of all,
Clark with
congratulations.
interruption.
Great job tonight. Not only
300th win.
In the AFC
300.
Championship game, but this young man right here earned his 300th career win.
Yeah. Big Red, baby.
That's a lot.
Big Red Kingdom.
All time have done that. What a great job. Congratulations.
Landry. Who else? Belichick, maybe?
Hey,
Chuck
great job
Noll.
today, like you said, but this ain't over.
Come on, baby.
Make sure you come back ready to go next week.
Shit ain't over,
What's up,
baby.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Let's go. If that don't get you
what's up.
horned up, I don't know what does.
Big
That's
Red
like
with that
swallowing a
300.
big handful of blue chew just watching that clip, ain't it?
Big Red, baby. Big Red.
Let's go. It's time to go win an AFC Championship game next. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It
No.
doesn't matter.
What do we got? Look at this. We got Chris Jones out here throwing out some support for y'all. Here we go. I'll throw it up for you. KC, fucking love y'all. The journey continues.
Let's
Look at
go.
Christopher Jones, baby. Look at that one. We got
Christopher.
Charles O'Menahue. Check my track record. Good win, more glory. He's still talking about himself.
He's so arrogant.
He said, check my track record. Charles, come on, buddy.
Charles, it's not all about you, Charles.
Charles, daggone it, Charles. Who else? Kingsley said, best birthday present ever. Was today's Kingsley's birthday, huh?
Oh, Kingsley turned like 12.
Today was Kingsley's birthday. Justin Reed says, whatever it takes, on to the next, baby. Look, I'm
Let's
right
go.
there with you. Kingsley's birthday
go.
today. I didn't know. Kingsley was actually activated today. Wanye was inactive. What do you think about that? You think they were thinking about putting Kingsley at left guard maybe if Caliendo struggled a little bit?
Yeah. I
Or
don't know.
were they going to go with Sumatai at left tackle over DJ? Wouldn't that have been wild? Chiefs Kingdom would have lost their mind if they would have moved Tooney back to guard and put in Sumatai over DJ.
Yeah, that'd have been wild. That'd have been wild. Mike, we
People
got a
would've set
5
something on
bomb.
fire, dude.
5 bomb from our boy Elgin Thrower. He says, I'm a single dad to a brain damaged baby boy, so money's tight, but I always support you boys however I can. Much love. Let's freaking go,
Appreciate you,
Chiefs.
Elgin.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Prayers out to you and your baby boy. That's got to be a tough job, brother. So hats off to you, and we'll be thinking
dude.
about you. We'll be thinking about you, brother. Thanks for the support.
Appreciate you. Dude, I want to get out to the game next weekend. You think if I did make the trek out, you think I find people in the parking lot to hang with, or I don't know.
Of
I feel like
course.
if somebody recognizes me, it's probably an angry type thing. Like, I hate that guy.
I don't know. There's usually when we're in KC, there's at least a couple people.
There's somebody
they'll
yeah.
come up and say, "Hey, I like your podcast."
We've not
or
got the
whatever.
negative yet, but I'm sure maybe there's being nice.
I think they don't want to be negative to your face, but it could be the same people that get in the comments.
Yeah.
They're just like, "You guys suck."
When you
It's
leave,
clickbait.
they're like, hate that guy.
That guy's clickbait.
Hey, man, I'm debating it. I'm going to be a master debater this week on that one.
Brian Williamson said, "Y'all just do a giveaway. You know we worth it." Hey, man, we'll give away.
Yeah, I'll give it away.
We'll give away one poster. We'll give away one.
We'll give it away.
We'll do
I
it.
mean, I think they hit it, honestly. Peter gave away 5 gifted and 25, and Kim dropped 10, and Elgin dropped 5. I mean,
Well, there's 4 of the 10 now.
blue
5
is
bomb
only-
from 5
Yeah.
bomb From our boy Kyle, he says, respect Elgin. Keep up the best work in the world.
For sure,
Absolutely. Man. Totally respect you, brother. It looks like everybody else does too. Y'all put some legendaries in the chat for Elgin Thrower.
Elgin, baby.
Show that man some support. Let's go.
Dude,
Brad with the 5. Brad with the 5 before you thought. Hold on to that thought. He says, if Elgin's able to donate, I better stop being a content mooch.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah, Brad. You know what, Brad? I can respect that.
I can
respect that, Brad.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Let's go.
Dude, no, I was thinking the other day, you know what I was fired up about? I was fired up about maybe the Chew with the Crew year 3. And I was looking into, people said last time, hey, let's do it at Kelsey and Mahomes restaurant, right? That thing's still not open.
Is it not?
I don't think so. I looked it up, and I can't find any like reviews about it or nothing.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. What is it called, like 1587 or something
I guess
like
it's
that?
yeah, so like something like that. 1587
Still-
Prime or something.
Still
weird.
working on it. They're struggling
I
with
don't know
it.
what they're doing, but they're never opening it. Or maybe it's just open to
Doesn't
them.
every restaurant take like 2 years to open because all the codes they got to get through?
You think maybe that's just like a secret?
They've been
It's
building the damn Dunkin' Donuts up the road from my house for like the last 2 years, and the building's as
You're
big
right.
as the little shack in my backyard. It's like,
Yeah. I feel like it's a secret society where only the players can go.
hey, they're trying to get this goal, baby. Brenda with the 5 bomb. Appreciate you, Brenda. She says, let's freaking go. Let's go, Brenda. Appreciate you.
Let's go.
Brenda's an OG. Been around a
Man.
long time. Let's see what
Our
this thing
people are the
says.
best.
They really are.
31-21 Commanders right now over the Lions.
2 minutes and 10 seconds left, and we have 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 on the goal. So a Till super chat or higher. We just need 4 more in the next 2 minutes. We'll give away a couple of posters. We'll do that. A couple signed posters for you. Also, if you're a member, we'll be doing our members only live stream this coming week. We'll be giving away a signed jersey. So if you have any suggestions on that, put that in the chat. And let us know who we should get. We're going to shoot for George Karlaftis, I think, but I don't know. Georgie Porgy's going to be a little busy this week. Got everybody horned up. Peter Ortiz with the 2 bombs says, Mike, someone will adopt you at the tailgate.
Yes.
So you will have friends.
Good.
You'll have some friends and some parents at the tailgate. They'll adopt you, Peter says. Appreciate the 2, Peter.
Let's
Mike,
go.
what you looking at? What you looking at there? You trying to
trying
buy
to
some
figure out
tickets?
a way. No, I was trying to find a way. Do you remember last time somebody gave away some subscribers, and one of them went to me because I keep it on there so I can see some of the chat.
Membership.
This thing will not let me give away a freaking membership.
They hate us.
So now I have figured out, like, we've had people tell us that. They're like, YouTube will not let me donate. And
FoodTube
it
is
won't let me
broke,
do
and he
it.
says 2. Almost there. Almost there.
Yeah, I was trying to give away a membership to somebody right now, but it will not
Yeah.
let me do it. What a
Won't let you
jerk.
do it. I wonder
It
why
really
it won't.
will not do it.
Chiefer with a 2 bomb. Chiefer chipping in. Let's go.
There's 41 seconds left. I think it's over, right? Did we get it?
Well, technically, I think if by the YouTube standards, it was a teal super chat or higher. So we're at 6 of 10. But that if we just count super chats, then we're at like
that's
9
wild.
of 10.
I mean,
we're
I
at
think
9
you can
of
give away
10.
an orange, dude.
Yeah.
Peter
There's
said
one.
you can't.
K. Wayne.
I really can't do this. I can't give it away.
Let's go. K. Wayne with a 2. Where in the world's K. Wayne at?
I know we haven't played Where in the World's K. Wayne in a long time.
Bryant said I'm strict. I just hit the goal thing. I didn't look at it good enough. That was my fault. Yeah. I was in a hurry. We didn't have much time. But you know what?
Oh, well.
Every-
We're giving it
all,
away
All
anyway.
these donos, we're going to give away 2 signed posters.
Yeah,
We're going to give
we're
away
gonna
2
give
signed
away
posters. We'll have to do some hashtags because I believe
Yeah, let me bring up
Nightbot's going to pick a couple of winners. So let's go hashtag.
Wait, don't do it yet. I got to put it into Nightbot first, or he won't
Okay.
pick up people.
Which hashtag are we going to go with?
Nightbot's a little jerk sometimes. So let me get him up.
What are we going to go with?
I don't know. I think Nightbot broke. He won't let me in.
Peter with another 2 bomb. Appreciate you, Peter. Peter doing the
Nightbot,
Lord's
quit being a
work.
little jerk, buddy.
Yuck FoodTube says, do not give it to me. He will not accept it. If it goes to you, Yuck FoodTube, I almost dropped the F. We will re-gift that out. We'll make sure you don't get it, okay? We'll make sure you don't get it.
Okay, we're going to do a keyword giveaway. Let's do hashtag.
Suck it, Texans. Hashtag suck it Texans. Hashtag suck it Texans. Everybody put it in the chat. Let's go.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's go.
It's all one big word, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All
no
one big
spaces.
word. Make sure it's all together. Hashtag SUCKITTEXANS. Let's
This is so
go.
ridiculous, dude.
Let's go, baby.
This is ridiculous.
Boom. Jamon's in on it. Chiefer's in on it. Bryant's in on it. KY. Let's get it going, baby.
This is ridiculous.
Let's go. Love it. Let's
Wait,
go.
who was the dude? Was it Will Anderson?
Higgy. Bryant
should've-
Williamson says
You
suck
should've
it
did
Texans.
Will Anderson sucks.
It's okay. We'll get him next time. We'll get him next time. Suck it Texans. Hashtag suck it Texans if you want a chance to win a signed poster. And we'll let this roll out for another 1 minute, 2 minutes. Make sure to get it in there as fast as you can. We're going to give away a couple posters. We're going to get off here for the day. But celebrating a Chiefs victory, Mike. 7 straight AFC championships. We even went 2 hours today. We just told everybody to suck it and went for 2 hours on the live stream. Our whole family's upstairs just feeling the wrath of it, you know?
Yeah.
Celebration. I still got some pizza and wings I didn't finish eating during the game. I'm going to go eat that. It's going to be
Dude,
good.
I had Jersey Mike's before the game, and then I brought home like some, and then I ate it at halftime, and now
I figured if I was going to be stuck at the house by myself, you know, I would at least treat myself. I got a little kicking pizza. Got some wings and some pizza.
kicking pizza, huh?
A little local joint around here. It's pretty good.
It's actually not that bad.
It's good. It's good stuff.
I like their
Hashtag suck it Texans. Hashtag suck it Texans in the chat. I've been informed that Tasia's been waiting on me this whole time because I have the keys in my pocket to the car that she needs.
Oh, you've been on it for 2 hours?
Woohoo! Little key fob action. Sorry, babe.
God.
My bad.
Just throw it at the door. Turn around and throw it at the door.
You can just come get it. I mean, if you're watching, you can just come get it. No one cares. Come over and smack me in the head and take the key.
Take this key.
It'll be all right. Y'all can starve. No dinner for you.
That's crazy.
My bad. Hashtag suck it Texans if you want a chance to win signed poster. We're going to give that bad boy away here in literally 1 minute. We'll go 1 minute from right now. So at 2:02 on the live stream, we're giving it away. So hashtag suck it Texans if you want a chance to win it. All you people that donated today, you guys are freaking amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Giving out memberships, everything like that. Helps the channel grow. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. We're trying to get to 50K before the Super Bowl. That's probably not going to happen, but we're going to try to get as close as we can. So we'll keep that rolling as well. Also, if you haven't hit that like button, you can do that. That helps us out as well. If you're watching on X, you can repost this out to your your followers, my bad. And they'll get to see it later. And then also on Facebook, you can like it, share it out to your friends and family. But definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with us, celebrating a little Chiefs victory. A little Chiefs dub, if you will.
A little dub.
Another Chiefs playoff dub with Travis Kelce out there just going crazy. Just being typical old Travis Kelce in the playoffs. I bet old Jason was a proud brother over there in the post game. You know, I didn't get to watch it. We had our own post game to do. All right, Mike. We're officially there. Nightbot, do your thing, baby. Do your thing, Nightbot. I'll get a little drum roll. My camera's moving. Keep moving, camera. All right. What we got? Michael Howard. You have won the first signed poster.
Let's go.
You need to email us allchiefedup@gmail.com. Allchiefedup@gmail.com and give us your shipping address. You got to at least warn somebody. You can't just come scaring me. After you wait for 2 hours and then you come down to the last minute and scare the shit out of me. Love you too. Good grief, man. All right, who we got? Rich Cooper says, oh, my bad. Rich Cooper says, Tiny Hand strikes again.
Kim with a 5. She says, I can't give out memberships. You need an app. Give out memberships. You need an app. Yeah, we need something.
When did they start this crap? What's YouTube doing? Why are they always trying to? This is why we can't compete
Yeah,
on
I guess
YouTube.
so.
They always find a way to make everything difficult for us. It's amazing. Other people, I mean, there's other channels. If you don't become a member on there, they'll come steal stuff out of your house. They'll burn your house down.
The wild thing is like, I'm on the app. I don't get it.
Don't you just hit the little money sign?
Yeah, and it's not there. When you hit money sign for me, it says super sticker, super chat, free member milestone chat. So it's acknowledging that I'm a member, but there's nothing that says gift membership. It's not there. So maybe I just need to update on Apple or something. I don't know. Who knows? Appreciate you, Kim. I'll look into it. Let's give away the last poster. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Michael Howard says, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Shut up. This thing loves Brian Parrott. This is
No way.
Hey, look,
What?
Brian already owns these posters, though. So
He does. Brian,
so
can we regift it?
So
Or are you going to be
we'll
greedy?
regift it, and if Brian wants me to send them to him, I'll send
We'll
it.
send
But
him
I do
something
know-
random.
Yeah, Brian's already got it, so I'll 100% just re-roll it.
Hey, shout out Brad. Brad gifting out a membership. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for your support today.
No way. Look at this. Elgin got one, baby.
Thrower. That's the Lord's work.
Look, that's the Lord's work.
That's the Lord's work right there, baby. Elgin Thrower.
So Elgin donated some 5, and he got something in return. Look at that. Just the Lord's work.
That's the Lord saying, look, I respect you, Elgin Thrower.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Here,
it.
have yourself a signed poster. Let's go. That's awesome.
Let's go.
Let's go. Round of applause.
Elgin, throw it out there. Brian, I'll throw you something else.
Brian said he's passing it off to Chiefer, so you can send Chiefer one.
Okay, I'll send it
Y'all,
to Chiefer. That's cool.
all three of you all. So Chiefer, Elgin Thrower, and what was the first guy's name?
I think the giveaway went away. Hold up.
All of y'all
Michael.
email. Yeah, Michael
Howard.
all chiefed up at gmail.com. Send us your shipping address. That way we can
I'll get it out to you this week.
hook you up.
It's going to be a good time.
Let's
Steve
do
had
it.
a good time.
I did. Whoa, wait. There's a train
happened?
rolling in.
Uh-oh.
Yuck Futu with 5 gifted memberships. Let's go, baby. Appreciate the support, Yuck Futu.
Look at that.
He said, you know what? I can't have a membership, but I can give them away. I can't wear Chiefs merchandise, but I can give it away. So he's just doing his part.
Dude, appreciate you guys. Really do. Kind of an odd, having a game on a Saturday and all that stuff. So tomorrow, I guess we'll just all take off. We'll take off. We'll watch some of the games, but we'll know who we're playing, and we'll be right back at it Monday morning. We'll know who the Chiefs are going to play. We'll dive right into the matchup there, man. It's going to be fun, and we'll still continue to talk about this one because when the All-22 comes out and things, we're going to talk about why D-Hop and Hollywood were obsolete.
Yeah,
man.
there'll be a lot of good content this week.
No way in hell do I believe Stingley and Lassiter shut them down like that.
Right.
And then Stingley wasn't even on them all day.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. Just real quick before we head out, there's 406 of you still hanging around. Appreciate all you guys. We know it's later in the day. We also, 3 times a week now, we're trying to do a morning live stream, kind of just a Chiefs morning show for Chiefs fans. That way, if you're at work bored or you just don't want to work or maybe you just wake up and you want to consume some Chiefs content, we'll be doing that at 10 a.m. on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's Central Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, that would be at 11 a.m. But we do an hour live stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings. A little bit of Good Morning Chiefs Kingdom. So make sure to check that out if you haven't. There's going to be a bunch of good content this week. We got a lot to look at in this Texans game, a lot to talk about when we find out who we're playing after tomorrow night. So it'll be a good week, man, and everybody can be horned up and ready to go by next Sunday. You know it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. Kim with another 2. She said Nightbot tells me what app I need. Okay. I'm going to figure it out. I'll figure it out. Apparently, I don't even know how to work YouTube. So there you go.
Appreciate the 2, Kim. Thanks so much for the support.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks all you guys for the support. We're going to head on out tonight. Go Chiefs, baby.
Go Chiefs.
Let's go.
Fired up.
7th straight AFC championship game.
2 games away from the 3-peat, Steve.
Pure dominance, baby. Just 2 more, guys. 2 more and we make history.
It's coming. It's inevitable.
There goes a sight from my soul.